Right, guys, hello and welcome to the opening game of the Rugby World Cup 2023. It has finally arrived and can't wait for this one to kick off. We're going to have kickoff in about an hour from now. So what we will do is we'll have a little chat throughout, look at the team lineups and just see how these two teams line up against each other. But it's going to be a great occasion here. I'll be trying to watch the opening ceremony while I'm chatting to you guys as well. So let me know in the comment section who you guys think is going to win this one. I think I will be putting up a poll on the channel as well real soon just to see where we at in this. So in a few minutes' time, I will put up a poll on the channel as well. I do have one currently on my channel as well. So you guys can go and have a look at that as well. I think at the moment, let's quickly go and cross over and see what that poll is looking like on my channel, because I haven't looked in quite a while. Let's just see where we're at with this poll at the moment. Who will win the opening game of the Rugby World Cup? So after about 237 votes, we are split at 50-50. So clearly the people can't make up their mind as to who they think is going to win this game today as well. So what I will do is I'll put up a poll here on the channel asking who will win this game, who will win this game. So you can either vote for France or the All Blacks. France, the All Blacks, or a draw, obvious. Something that we really don't want to see at this stage. It's like kissing your own sister, and that's the last thing that we want. Going into a World Cup game, opening game, that is. So who will win this game? Let me know in the poll as well. You can go and vote. It should be up by now. Really looking forward to this one. We've got about 47 people watching now. For those of you who know what I do, I will be doing the live match commentary, and we won't be showing any footage of this game, just for those of you who do want to ask. So unfortunately, not allowed to show any live footage. But what I will do is I will keep you guys up to date with each and everything that is happening on this field. So let me know in the comment section also where you guys are watching from. We will be looking at the two World Cup teams. I think what we should do is just get the, well, let's quickly start here with the friends side. So what I do have up here, let's just get that one a little bit bigger for you guys to see as well. So just change that to there. So your forwards for the French side, starting with the front row, we've got Reda Hardy, Julian Marchand, and Uni Antonio. A very formidable pack of forwards here for this French side. And it's probably one of the areas where I feel that the All Blacks are lacking quite a bit. So it's going to be interesting to see how they match up against them. It's going to be absolutely great. If you look at a guy like Reda Hardy, very strong scrummager. He's very, very strong. He can make the opposition lose their bind very easily and very strong in that shove as well. And then a guy like Julian Marchand has gone through a lot of critics as of late as well. Mafaka doing really well as a replacement hooker for this French side as well. But we'll have to wait and see how that is going to turn out for the rest of this campaign. But Julian Marchand, a very quality player, and one of the players we're definitely looking forward to seeing in this competition. Uni Antonio probably wouldn't have been the first choice starter for this French side, but he's worked himself into the starting lineup. And today he gets a chance at the biggest stage in world rugby to showcase his talent there. So that is the front row for this French side. If we go and have a look at the lock combination for them today, we've got the likes of Cameron Wacky and Thibaut Flamand, two very good players. Obviously, Flamand coming in for the injured Paul Willems, unfortunately, who got injured to the lead up to this World Cup. So no Paul Willems, but Thibaut Flamand should be a quality player there. Cameron Wacky, obviously regarded as one of the best number 4 locks in world rugby. Not so long ago, he comes back from an injury that was niggling him quite a bit, but he's got an opportunity to really get himself back into this French side, and he starts today in this World Cup opener. If we go and have a look at the loose trio for this French side, the likes of Francois Cross, Charles Olivan, and Gregory Aldred, considered as one of the best loose trios in world rugby at the moment. Guys like Francois Cross really coming back into the mix now. And then the likes of Charles Olivan and then Gregory Aldred, probably one of those players that has played the world on fire these days. So a quality player in that number 8 position for this French side, and probably a candidate for Player of the Year, basically depending on what he achieves during this competition as well. Then if we go and have a look at the back line, this is where this French side also is firing quite a bit. Let's just quickly get that up here. So this halfback combination of this French side is going to be absolutely amazing. Anton Dupont, the best scrum half in world rugby currently, up against the second best scrum half in world rugby. It should be one of those games that whichever pack of forwards dominate will give the halfbacks a really good opportunity. Jollibird comes in for the injured Intermac. Unfortunately, would have loved to see Romain Intermac and Anton Dupont in that halfback combination, but Jollibird will have to come in and really play his heart out for this French side. It's probably the one area where I think the All Blacks are quite better off is in that halfback combination today. But if you look at the quality of this guy, Anton Dupont, he can win you a game on his own, and leading by an example for this French side as well. You cannot go wrong with this guy at all. If we go and have a look at the center combination for this French side, Yoram Mofana and Gael Fico. In the midfield, obviously Dante also out injured and not able to play in his opening game. So a couple of forced injuries here for this French side today. Mofana has been brilliant himself, and the likes of Gael Fico, quality outside center. And if you have to pick a world side at the moment, Gael Fico's name could probably be right up there with the best of them. And given this backline the opportunity to run it, they will rip this All Black side to pieces, but it's not going to be as easy as that. If you look at the back three combination of this French side, the likes of Gavin Villiers and Damien Penaud and Thomas Ramos, this is a brilliant back three. Very good under the high ball is Thomas Ramos. Damien Penaud can break through any line of defense, and Gavin Villiers, we know what a dangerous attacking wing he is. And if he's been given the space today, he will definitely score a try in this opening World Cup game. Such is the quality of this French side at the moment. We are going to quickly just upload the bench for them. Let's do that real quickly. So the bench for this French side, Piato Mafaka, Jean-Baptiste Gros, Dorian Aldeguerre, Romain Tamatiani, Paul Dubonnet, Maxi Luca, Arthur Vincent, and Melvin Jamine in that on that bench for this French side. Quality in Mafaka. He's really pushing Marchand for that number 2 jersey. A guy like Tati Fiona has been in and out of the squad, but he gets an opportunity today to really impress the coaches as well. And then the likes of Melvin Jamine and Arthur Vincent will cause a lot of headaches for this All Blacks in the second half as well. So quality all around there for this French side. We are quickly just going to stop that one real quickly. Let's remove that and back to my face then. Let's go through a few comments there. David Parry says, Guru, so chuffed to see you today. Thanks from Sonny Gibson. Lance Brown says, welcome back, Mr. Guru. And then Lynette Leroux says, thank you for keeping us updated throughout the World Cup. Always my pleasure, Lynette, and really looking forward to this one. Marius Bruedrijk says, good morning. Chris Jacobs says, hi, Guru. Watching from France, the French playing with their backquets, if I pronounce that correct. Sorry for any wrong pronunciation today, guys. I'm South African. What can I say? But at least you guys will know who I'm talking about. And it's going to be an interesting World Cup, this one. Leon Jansen said, Guru, welkom terug met Wêreldbeker 2023 uitsending in Frans. Lekker man. Ja, kyk, dit is 'n groot geleentheid. 2019 het ek die kanaal begin deur games te speel en 4 jaar later saai ons die Wêreldbeker rugby uit hier as kommentator. So 'n fantastiese geleentheid vir my ook en sien regtig uit daarna. Ek kan onthou ek die Wêreldbeker 2019 in my sitkamer gekyk het, daar op die groot wit skerm tussen 'n paar vriende. So die keer gaan ek dit saam met julle doen, hopelik. Kan nie wag om dit te sien nie. Great Kukamoor says, good to see you are back with passion for the rugby. Absolutely great. I must say, rugby has always been my passion, and I've lived and breathed rugby since I can remember. Playing in my parents' yard alone, imagining Jonah Lomu and Andre Hubert and all of those guys scoring in the corners all on my own, and even then starting with the commentary on my own. People were thinking I was crazy at the time, but look at me now. Mamour Sabah says, I don't know who I want to be the winner. So a close encounter, this one. To be quite honest, I myself don't really know who I'm going to go for as the winner today, because it's going to be very close. I am from the Southern Hemisphere, so I'm guessing we'll have to back the All Blacks today from my side, but you just never know what this French side is going to bring to the party. I just can't think that the All Blacks will have another bad game after the game they had against the Springboks at Twickenham, but you never know. Henk Swanevelder says, this is going to be a great game. Absolutely, Henk. Really looking forward to that one, and really can't wait for this game to get underway. And I guess I don't really care who wins this one, because either way we are going to meet one of them in the quarterfinals. So it's either going to be France or it's going to be the All Blacks, and that is if we get through the pool stages, of course. But I'm sure we will. My Path for Healthy Living says, sure, this is going to be epic. This could go anyway. The stadium is going to be the vibing on another level. Absolutely. Unfortunately, I don't have any audio. They are currently busy with the opening ceremony, and what I can tell you, it's looking quite nice. They've got this whole theme of a little city in France. I don't know which one it is. Don't ask me. But they're just showing the French culture there, and doing a really great job at it at the moment. Alvaria says, too close to call. Hello, everybody. Yeah, it's going to be very close. I have gone with my Super Brew bet for the All Blacks by 17 points. Call me crazy, but I think this All Blacks side is going to come through with a bang today. But that's enough for the comments at the moment. We are going to go through the All Blacks lineup just now. So I'm just loading that up so long because I got quite a few to load up here. Unfortunately, I couldn't get everything lined up as I wanted it. So we're just going to go back there, just stop that there. But yeah, it's going to be an epic game, absolutely. I think it's going to be the one that dominates up front and gets clean ball out to the back line at the end of the day. And then obviously the defensive lines of both sides will have to be up to scratch today if they want any chance of winning this one. And France definitely will have the backing of the crowd today. And it's going to be interesting to see how the All Blacks handle that. But from what I've seen in the past, I don't think that's going to be too much of a headache for them going into this game. It could just as well end up being in the favor of the All Blacks if the pressure gets too much for this French side today. I personally hope it's not going to be the case today. I really want to see a very close battle between the two sides. And who knows, we could end up for a nail-biting finish. Romano Peterson says New Zealand all the way from Newport. Romano Peterson, absolutely homeboy. So we've got some All Black supporters here in Newport as well. I don't know why they support the All Blacks anyway, but it's a personal choice. I will be supporting the All Blacks tonight at least, but Springboks all the way. Mamour Sabah says I'm going over the frogs, so not allowed really to say that on screen, Mamour Sabah. So I'll just leave that one. Dion says, love it. Guru, wat van Sondag, watter tyd speel ons? So Dion says hier Suid-Afrikaanse tyd speel die Bokke daar teen Skotland en ek dink dit gaan 'n baie goeie game wees. Ek gaan dit nie mis vir die wêreld nie. En ek wag nou al 4 jaar om 'n wêreldbekerwedstryd te kan uitsaai. En ja, wat 'n beter wedstryd as die ene van die Franse en die All Blacks vanaand om dit weer af te skop. Biggie said, good luck to the All Blacks. And then also Greg Kukamur says, I remember that the day the French beat the All Blacks in the 90s in the World Cup. We drove down the streets of Cape Town with my French friends shouting, Allez, allez, Mangele. Never expected them to win. So, yeah, 1999, I was, short story. I was an All Black supporter up until 2000. For those of you who have followed my channel for a long time know, I was still young. Jonah Lomu was the man. And, he basically made me love the game of rugby. And I supported the All Blacks up until at the end of 1999 till 2000, when the Boks got that massive victory over the All Blacks. It was a high-scoring game. I did have the video up, but I had to take it off eventually. So, since 2000, I'm completely shattered that day when the French managed to come from behind and win that game, Greg. Alvaria says, I feel the All Blacks will come out firing today, bounce back from their big defeat against the Boks. And that's what I also thought was going to be the case today, Alvarius. I can't see a quality side like the All Blacks lose 2 games in a row, and especially after getting a hiding from the Springboks as well. I really can't see them go again and lose another one in the opening game of the Rugby World Cup, even though France will come out all the way to try and win this one. Marius Broodrijk says, South Africans, we are all black, makes sense, right? Yep, definitely going to support the Springbok, the All Blacks tonight, Southern Hemisphere. Ruben vra hoe laat is afskop, so afskop is in so wat 40 minute van nou. Is nou besig met die openingsseremonie daarso. Ongelukkig kan ons geen footage wys nie, maar ek gaan julle definitief op hoogte hou van wat gebeur. Peter Mason says, I think France will take it, home ground advantage. So we always say home ground advantage, but this could actually come down to haunt this French side. We saw what happened in 2007, and it could easily happen all over again today for this French side. From a French perspective, I hope that they do win the All Blacks today, because, it doesn't really matter. Whoever wins this game still have a good chance of progressing. And either way, like I said, we will either play France or the All Blacks in the quarterfinal if we make it past our group. Milo Zeda says, I don't really mind who wins, but if I have to say, it will be France. And then ABZ says, go the All Blacks. Mustafa, again, when is it starting? So at 9 o'clock, in about 40 minutes from now, we will be crossing over for the live commentary. Milo says, but I'm not supporting any team. It could go either way. And Liam Nell says, I want France hope to win this match. And then Nick's in. I so want the All Blacks to win this. Or to be more accurate, I just don't want France to win. And then ABZ says, I have a feeling both teams will see each other in the final. Well, that's your opinion, ABZ. So, obviously, from a South African perspective, I'm hoping that it's not going to be the case. Hopefully, I'll meet one of the two in the final. Lance Brown also says, France have always have a good game against the All Blacks. Well, not always the case, Lance. I mean, going back to 2015, the last time they played in a World Cup game, the All Blacks absolutely demolished the French. So, going by World Cup games, the All Blacks have got quite a good record against them. There is that 2 knockout games, which France did win. But apart from that, it's been all the All Blacks, and it's been the most played game at a World Cup tournament, for those of you who didn't know. So without further ado, let's go and have a look at the All Black side for today's game as well. We'll start with the forwards there. And looking at the front row combination for these two teams, the likes of Ethan de Groot, Cody Taylor, and Nipo Laulala in that front row. Yeah, it's look, the All Black side, it's not the team from 2015, neither is the team from 2011. Guys like Owen Franks, Tony Woodcock, and all of those guys have left, and there's a new breed of All Blacks players, and Ethan de Groot is one of those outstanding players who's coming through this All Black system. A lot of people won't believe how young this All Black side actually is. So credit where it's due. This guy has been really enormous coming into this All Black setup and really stamping off the authority to open up on that number or on that loose head prop is Ethan de Groot. And likes of Cody Taylor, he's been around for a while, keeping out two really quality hookers at the moment in Dane Coles and Samisoni Takiao. We'll get to Takiao in just a little bit, but Cody Taylor, with all the experience that he's got, he's a really versatile, agile player for a hooker, very similar to that of what Malcolm Marx is, and the guys like Mafaka as well for France. So I expect his experience to be vital for this All Black side. He's good at the lineouts. He tends to find space where the wingers normally go. So expect a couple of attacks from Cody Taylor out wide if he does get the opportunity to do so today. And then obviously also Nipo Lala, a lot of experience there as well. I probably would have started Ofa Tuangafasi ahead of Nipo Lala. And then obviously the case that Tyrell Lomax is out at the moment. And also some other quality players that didn't make it. So Lalala will have to anchor that scrum against a very good and formidable front row of Reda Wardi, Julian Marchand, and Uni Antonio. But I think if we have to match them up level, I think there's nothing separating these two as far as the front rows goes for this one. Then we move on to the lock combination, and that is that of Sam Whitelock and Scott Barrett. Brody Retallick, unfortunately, not available for this game. So the likes of Scott Barrett has been around for a while. Nearly didn't make the opening game due to a near suspension. But, I mean, having the combination of Sam Whitelock and Scott Barrett there is just incredible, given that they do have a bit of a green bench for this All Blacks side. But, I mean, quality there. Sam Whitelock probably playing in his last World Cup for sure. He's boosted enormous experience to the side. And, I mean, Scott Barrett himself have been brilliant. So it shouldn't be a problem at all for this veteran combination of Sam Whitelock and Scott Barrett. Completely outplayed by the Boks a couple of weeks ago, but I'm expecting them to be at full force again come today in this opening World Cup game. If you look at the loose trio of Dalton Papali'i, Sam Cane, and Ari Sevilla, a quality loose trio, probably not as good as the French loose trio, but definitely quality there. Dalton Papali'i has been playing some of his best rugby. I'm not sure what's wrong with Shannon Frizzell at the moment. Might still have a little bit of a niggle, but I definitely would have played Shannon Frizzell in this opening game. I mean, there's possibility of Ethan Blackadder joining in the squad as well real soon. So the All Blacks definitely growing in that loose trio department. Sam Cane has come under a lot of scrutiny as of late. His captaincy been in doubt. His quality as a player has been in doubt for quite a season or two now. But I think when it all matters and on the day, I think these two flankers will really do well. Dalton Papali'i can steal the ball really well. Sam Cane all over the field, leading by example. And I think because they've gone through such a hard period of time, I still believe that it's made him a stronger player, and he will definitely carry the fate of a nation on his shoulders. He reminds me a lot about one of our previous captains, Corne Krieger, a very hard-working captain and probably very underrated and underappreciated at times during his playing career. And I think one have to feel a bit of the same for Sam Cane here, as he is a quality player and will definitely give his 100% for this All Black side. Well, we don't have to say too much about Ari Sevilla. I think he got robbed from the Player of the Year award last season. And although he hasn't played the same brand of rugby that he did last season, he's still one of their key players and one of those players that can take the ball forward, really defend well, and who knows, we might even see his trademark little dummy today is Ari Sevilla. So as far as the loose trio combination go, I think it's a solid one, but it might be one of the areas where France might just dominate them. But then again, in the lock area, I do believe that Scott Barrett and Sam Whitelock has a little bit over the likes of Cameron Rocky and Thibaut Flamand. If we go and have a look at the back line for this All Black side, and starting with the halfback combination, it's incredible to have a player of this stature in his side and still being able to have a replacement for him as well. Aaron Smith and Richie Mohanga in that halfback combination, incredible combination that's got oodles of experience. And like I said, even though I think Anton Dupont might be the best scrum half in world rugby at the moment, this guy definitely is the second best scrum half after him. And there might even be people that say he might be even better than Anton Dupont. This guy has got everything. He's got the calmness, the composure, the speed on the breakdown. He's got great passing abilities. His box kicking, or his kicking in general, is very good. Classy player. And apart from that, he also keeps the referee on his toes throughout the game. So who would not want a guy like this in your side? And then Richie Moanga, the guy with the X factor that can kick, he can drop, he can run, he can do everything. And I think that is definitely going to be a key area today in this game between Richie Mohanga and Jollibird. I mean, if Romain Intermac was there, I would probably have said it's always going to be an even Stevens in that halfback combination. But just because Richie Mohanga and Aaron Smith forms this combination, I do believe if the forwards can keep up the pace, they are going to have a really good game, especially Richie Mohanga with those little chip kicks over the top and the spacing behind. And look out for a couple of cross kicks during this game as well. We should see a couple of those as well. The midfield combination of this All Black side, a big loss for them during the week with Geordie Barrett ruled out. I think that combination of Geordie Barrett and Rico Ioane was starting to really work together well. But Anton Linnert-Brown comes in along with Rico Ioane today, and definitely looking forward to see what the halfbacks can instigate for these two. And if they get space, they are going to rip this French side to pieces, and the other way around as well with the likes of Greg. Well, no, sorry about Gal Fico and Mufana as well. So very even Stevens in that department. At this stage, I really can't separate the centers. Anton Linnert-Brown shorts a bit of game time, but so too does a few of the other French players as well. So you can't really make up for that too much. Quality midfield combination for this All Black side. If you go and look at the back three for them today, this is where they could be very dangerous. Mark D'Elia, the Super Rugby Player of the Year, and Will Jordan, exquisite player, along with the likes of Beauden Barrett. We know how quick Beauden Barrett is. We know how quick Will Jordan is. And we know how strong Mark D'Elia is. So it's definitely going to be a tough task for the likes of Thomas Ramos and Damien Penaud and Gavin Villiers to really go at them. The likes of Mufana and Fico will have their hands full trying to keep them at bay, but definitely all round, very evenly matched in all departments. It's going to be so close, and like a lot of people said, home ground advantage could come into play at a later stage, but personally, I don't think it's going to have too much of an effect on this All Black side. This is probably the one area where I think the All Blacks are lacking quite a bit, is on this bench here today. A guy like Samisoni Takiao has been absolutely brilliant for them, but lacks a bit of an experience. And Tofa Tuangafasi, along with maybe David Havili, is the only two players with a bit of experience in this on this bench for this All Black side. So Takiao, incredible player, but given the lack of experience on this bench, I would say that the All Blacks might be in trouble if this game is going to be close towards the end, because Samisaki Takiao, Ofa Tuangafasi, Fletcher Newell, Tupou Vai, Luke Jacobson, Finley Christie, and Lester Vainganuku, all guys that don't have too much experience. I mean, Ofa Tuangafasi has been coming along a while, but in reality, haven't played that much of rugby for this All Black side as well as much as he would have wanted to. But it's going to be interesting to see when those benches come on. I mean, Mafaka and Samisoni Takiao playing very similar rugby. Jean-Baptiste Gross and Dorian Aldegheri up against the likes of Tuanga Fasi and Fletcher Newell, pretty much even there. Tupovai and Romain Tafiona, he's got a bit of more experience than Tupovai, and he hasn't really impressed me that much as Tupovai. So Luke Jacobson, obviously an incredible player, but I do believe that Ethan Blackadder, if he comes to join the side in that enforced injury from Narawa, we could see Ethan Blackadder push Luke Jacobson out of the side as time wears on. David Avili and Lester Fainanuku, two really great individual players, but will they be able to take the pressure if the game is close and they're going to have to spark some magic somewhere down the line? That is going to be the big question around this this All Blacks bench. The starting lineup, a brilliant starting lineup, but not so sure that they will be able to push on if it gets really close. We are going to go through a few more comments here, guys. So let's just see where we stopped. ABZ last time said, I have a feeling both teams will see each other in the final. And then Liam Nell says, what matches tomorrow? So let's start by going through tomorrow's games. We've got Namibia and Italy at 1 o'clock. And then we've got Georgia and Australia after that, I think, and then Japan. Now, well, let me actually get, let's quickly check which ones we do have, because we've got 8 games in total over the weekend. I hope my voice will be able to hold up. So we're going to start here with with this game. And then tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we've got Italy versus Namibia. We've got Ireland versus Romania after that. Then Australia and Georgia. And then the big one, England against Argentina. And then on Sunday, we've got Japan versus Chile, Springboks versus Scotland, and then Wales versus Fiji, which should be a really good game as well. I will be trying to do all the games of the World Cup, depending on whether I do get enough support throughout the live streams and whether my voice will hold up. So we're going to try and do every single one of the 48 games to come during this World Cup. If not, we will definitely be doing all the major games, like, for instance, this one. Alvaria says Springboks All Blacks final. That is, for me, absolutely the ultimate final. You know, nothing gets bigger for me to see a Springboks versus All Black game. And I was too young in 1995 to really consider what really happened on that. I've watched the game over and over, and I know how important it was. And I still haven't witnessed, at this stage, an All Blacks versus Springbok final. It was taken away, snatched away by England in 2019. And then in 2015, it was 2015, it wasn't snatched away. 2011, it was snatched away by a very poor referee. And before that, we didn't have the opportunity to play in a final. But I mean, that is my ultimate final. Springboks versus the All Blacks on the 28th of October, I think it is. So definitely looking forward to see that, hopefully. Milo says, but we can't forget the match in 27 when the All Blacks got the win against France at home. Yeah, so anything can happen, you know. Katrina Plata says France will be heroes tonight for sure. So it's like the poll said, people don't really know who to back today. I mean, I can quickly check the poll. So we've got about 260 votes so far, with 52% going for the All Blacks, 45% for France, and 4% for a draw. So that's very close at the moment between the two sides, with a lot of people not really knowing who to go for. ABC says Ethan the Grid has been massive 2021 and 2022. Absolutely, ABS, and that's what I said earlier. a massive accomplishment for a youngster. I mean, he's probably not that young, but still, the props only mature as older as they get. So it's great to see a youngster like him really playing the world on fire at the moment. Nix M says, yes, I'd love to see the Box All Blacks final. ABZ said I would go with Newell over Nipo Laulala. So interesting choice there for ABZ. Newell also still pretty wet behind the ears when it comes to experience in that department. But I get what you're saying. He haven't lost to the Springboks, that is for sure, is Newell. So, it's nip and tuck, really. Ofa Tuangafasi has always been one of my favorite prop forwards, and I probably would have gone with Tuangafasi there. Eric Davison says, Saikuru, I think Mohana won't kick touch often. All Blacks will keep ball in play and tire France out. That could be one of the options that we could see, but I do feel that we will see a few cross kicks down the line tonight, Eric. Your All Blacks are renowned for that. As far as going high up into the air, a guy like Geordie Barrett will be sorely missed today. I mean, Mark Delia is really good under the high ball as well, and so too is Will Jordan. But I mean, obviously, they're even better when they're on the attack. So we definitely would want to see All Blacks keep that ball in hand and tire them out. One only concern there on this regard is I think France will match them in every department if they're going to try and tire them out up front. So it could backfire in the end. And let's hope that they've got a bit of a mix-match game plan here for this one, Eric. Dion Kuchlenberg op Waterveld speel hulle vanaand, so it is die Stade de France. It's the main stadium in France. So, that is going to be the Stade de France, Dion Kuchlenberg. ABZ says, amazing matchup. Absolutely. Katrina Plato, my money goes on France for World Cup champions. Yeah, look, we've spoken about how close this World Cup is. And I, for one, maybe an unpopular opinion here, but I think the Northern Hemisphere is going to get really, they're going to be very disappointed at the end of this World Cup, because I think going by all the previous World Cups, I mean, so much have been said about Northern Hemisphere dominance, and to be quite frankly honest, they haven't won a World Cup in 20 years. So a great opportunity for them to do it, but at the end of the day, they'll have to get past South Africa. They will have to get past Australia. They're going to have to get past the All Blacks. And, I mean, even now, Argentina is in some great form as well. So they're going to have to get past them as well. And then the likes of Fiji, who's upset England just a couple of weeks ago, even now have an opportunity to upset a couple of big teams. So it's not going to be that easy. But, I mean, like I said, all of these sides have the ability to win it. I mean, France and New Zealand, whoever loses this one will still have a crack in the quarterfinals against South Africa or Scotland or Ireland, and they can progress to a semi-final. And then from there, anything can happen from there, we know. Just ask England. They can reach a final. They can be how poor during the lead up to a World Cup. And especially now talking about Wales and England in particular, along with Australia. I mean, to the lead up to this World Cup, they've been absolutely poor. And who cares? This is the World Cup. You just have to win you have to win 3 out of 4 games in this competition to qualify really for the quarterfinals. And once you get to the quarterfinals, anything can happen on the day, and you can go all the way and win the World Cup. So, I would say South Africa, France, New Zealand, Australia, Wales, England, Argentina. Probably won't go as far as, say, Japan and Fiji have a chance of winning the World Cup. But, I mean, any of the big powerhouses definitely have the opportunity to win this trophy at the end of the day. ABZ says, outplayed because we were down a forward. That's also true. Red card it was. I think you guys were down to 13 men. But it is what it is. Jason Fenter says, drop a like, guys. So do support the channel. It's going to be a long, hard, and entertaining World Cup here. So all the support needed. Don't forget to press that like button and subscribe to the channel. All the support will be greatly appreciated. Eric Davison says All Blacks will score more tries than France, but Ramos will win it with a boot. I think All Blacks will once again push the ref to the limit and he won't bow. So that's one way this game could turn out, Eric. And it's like I say, all the scenarios are possible. I'm not going to argue with anybody's predictions because this is World Cup. Anything can happen. I mean, All Blacks are renowned for pushing the referee to its limits, and 9 out of 10 times will get away with it as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how the referee is going to blow this one. It is Jakub Paper who's going to blow the opening game. So it's going to be very interesting to see how he handles the whistle. Alvaria says All Blacks will struggle a bit without Frizzell. France will struggle with Intermac. So it's not just Frizzell and it's not just Intermac, Alvaria. So they've lost Jonathan Dante as well. There's the French. They've lost Paul Willemse. So that's already 3 key players that's lost for the French, while the All Blacks have lost Geordie Barrett. They've lost Shannon Frizzell. I think they've also lost Tyrell Lomax. So both teams are, it's like they say, it's the World Cup of injuries. We've seen so many quality players being dropped out of the World Cup squads. Look at Andre Pollard, Lukanya Am, Louis de Jager. So every team has got something to lose here. And World Cup of injuries before it's even started. Jason Fenter says, press the thumbs up. Thank you, Jason, so much for your support here. ABZ says All Blacks won't struggle without Frizzell. We're going to have to wait and see. I never rated Frizzell very highly, but this last season he's been really good. I would personally like to see a guy like Ethan Blackadder in that All Blacks lineup as soon as possible. Cyril Loser says, I'm laying my bets on New Zealand to win Southern Hemisphere to show the class. Anita Pesa says All Blacks 46, France 36. So let me know. Bring in those score predictions, guys, and let me know who you guys think is going to win this one. Alvaria says Talia is in good form. And then Milo says, do you think Mark Talia will play well today? So he's a quality player, and it's the biggest stage of World Rugby, so he would want to play his best rugby, but he's got a solid winger who he's up against, Damien Penaud, great player, 44 caps for France. Mark Talia, still wet behind the years, but in great form, and it's great to see that Ian Foster has rewarded form over experience on that regard. Easy Hinder says, let's just see if we can bring that one up. Mohanga and Smith will have a sloppy game. I have a feeling France will do everything to put them off their game. Pressure and rush defense. Yeah, look, if Mohanga gets under pressure, it's going to have a domino effect, really. Guys like Rico Ioane and Anton Leonard-Brown will find it really difficult to get go-forward ball. But for me, I think if the forwards can match France, I think Mohanga is going to have a really great game. And Aaron Smith, with his experience, I don't think he'll ever have a terrible game, unfortunately. Alvarez says Talia was one good player in Twickenham. And Eric Davis says we pave emojis on chats. Kid loving and like the stream. Thanks, Eric, for your support as well. Really appreciate all the support. Shanique says we'll be able to watch the game live here. Unfortunately, guys, this is a live match commentary as stated in the description and the headline as well. So unfortunately, no live footage of this game will be shown, but I will keep you guys up to date with everything that is happening. For those of you who have followed me over the past, knows exactly what I'm capable of doing, and hopefully that will be enough to carry us through. ABZ says Sam Kane out Artie to captain. Is that the call that's just come in? So not sure who's going to replace. Can somebody please update me there? I haven't seen the new updated lineup just yet, so we could fix that just quickly. Kasim says Naan sê Guru en die res van die luisteraars bende. Welkom Kasim. Bly om jou ook te sien hierso vanaand. Ek weet nie hoeveel Afrikaans gaan ons doen nie, want dit is 'n internasionale fixture, maar kom ons kyk hoe hoe gaan die dinge aangaan deur die loop van hierdie wedstryd. Ek meen, as daar genoeg mense is wat Afrikaans luister, dan doen ons dit nou Afrikaans ook. Maar nou gaan ons om in Engels kap. Kasim vra, wat is die skor? Hulle het nog nie begin nie, Kasim. Die afskop in so 15 minute is die tyd van nou af. Boer se baas sê, Guru vat so 'n enetjie. Ja, die keel raak al klaar bietjie droog. Maar ja, Jorina Fourie says, great Guru. And in Low van Rensburg, how late will the game start? So in about 15 minutes from now. Jorina Fourie, All Blacks to win with 5 today. Alicia Naidu says, hello Guru. From Blouberg in Cape Town, holding thumbs for All Blacks tonight. But France at home, it's going to be a tough one, Alicia. But yeah, let's see what the All Blacks can conjure up today. I think a lot of people have written him off. Mursaba says France is Mursa overrated. And I kind of share that, I kind of share his thoughts on that. Yes, France have been brilliant. And yeah, it's just one of those things, unfortunately. You don't play week in and week out against the likes of the All Blacks in South Africa. I mean, I feel really bad for the Wallabies because week in and week out they played against quality opposition, got a hiding, their confidence must be low, and then you get France, who play the likes of a very weakened England, a very weakened Wales side, a brilliant Irish side they lost to, and then really didn't deliver the goods against Italy. And so, yeah, I think they're overhyped, overrated, and could come down to earth against the All Blacks in front of a home crowd tonight. Let's hope I'm wrong again. I would love to see a really, really close game. Justena, I think I've just answered your question there. What are your predictions? So I actually, on my Super Brew, went with the All Blacks by 17 points today. I think the floodgates will be opening up towards the end. I think France will lose their composure in the last 20 minutes, and we know how dangerous the All Blacks can be. They can really rip any team to pieces in just a question of 10 minutes or so. So that's why I think the All Blacks will win this game by 17 points today. Lisha Naidu says All Blacks 32, France 17. Jacobus Joseph says ek hoop die wêreldbeker skop af op 'n hoë noot. Yeah, we're all hoping for that, Jacobus. I'm just looking for a free-flowing game, a tight game. They can score as many tries as they want, as long as the scores are not too... although, yeah, as long as one team don't run away with the game, then I'll be happy. Alicia says Ireland don't have the depth. Sure, I don't know, man. This Ireland side is good. 13 unbeaten run. But, I mean, we saw against Samoa just 2 weeks ago that their depth are quite a little bit low. But then you go and have a look. It is Leinster, basically, and Leinster's got 2 brilliant sides. So, I don't know as far as the depth go, Alicia. I think they're pretty much sorted. Obviously not as good as some others. But, yeah, it is what it is. Maar Boersebaas says, hoop Guru, die karate water is naby. Jinx says, France 35, All Blacks 30. Just Danny asked, will you show the game? No, it will only be commentary, guys. Kasim says, I like how Sia communicates with the match officials. A bit of charm goes a long way. Absolutely, Kasim. And I think he has had a lot of critics over the past, but I think they've silenced all of that. And people now know how vital and valuable he is to the Springbok cause as well. Eric Davison says between 20 and 30 points in total tonight. Look, I'm really hoping for a bit more, Eric. I would love to see a couple of good tries. And yeah, if you say 20, 30 points in total, we won't probably not see more than 2 tries apiece. And I'm looking to really get going. This is the World Cup opener. I would love to see a high-scoring game. Just Jason says New Zealand 32, France 17. Milo says Sam Cane is injured. He won't play. So if there's any update on that, who has replaced, let me just quickly see if I can find the updated All Black squad playing tonight. And let's just see if I can find anything on that as well. So Sam Cane late blow for the All Blacks there, with Sam Cane now ruled out of the side and Ardie Sevilla taking over the captaincy as well. So the kickoff will be in about, 20 minutes from now, it seems. So let's just see. Dalton Papali will switch to 7 with Tupa Vai moving into the starting lineup. Ardie Sevilla will take over the captaincy. So it is now Tupa Vai who comes in at number 6 with, let's see who's on the bench. Brodie Retallick comes in on the bench. So that's very interesting. So Sam Cane is out injured. Tupa Vai, lock forward now, going to play at number 6. And then Brodie Retallick coming into the side. So we'll see what happens with that one. It's a very strange call. We'll probably switch Luke Jacobson into the starting lineup and then made another plan there on the bench. But yeah, interesting choice there. Camera angles will favor France heavy, then Torres for it. Yeah, we all know about that one for it. So we'll see how that one turns out. Super Mashan asked, what time will the game start? So I see at 9:15. So in about 25 minutes from now, it will be the kickoff. Francois as well. Mahmoud Sabah says 10-1 Cane was dropped. So just spoke about that. I do rate Sam Cane quite highly, although a lot of people don't agree with me on that one. I think it's very similar to that of Corne Krige used to be for South Africa. Francois van der Westhuizen says, naand almal, naand Francois, hoop jy gaan dit geniet. Kasim sê, vir die World Cup gaan ek vir Guru laat pypie blaas. My nerves is op wanneer Guru sy elmboog so flikker. Guru, as jy van die Kaap is, dap jy na enige Spanglish. Ja, Kasim, ons gaan dit so doen. Maar jy weet te worry oor die blaaspypie vanaand nie. Oscar on the road says, go France. Alan Khan says, we are in India. How long? So about 25 minutes from now. Alan. Kasim says, France cannot win the shell-shocked All Blacks. Go less miserable Blues. And Oscar on the road says, the game starts at 9:15. South African time, obviously. Johannes Lodi Jong says, hoop die All Blacks verloor is beter vir die Bokke se kans. Alvarius says, we'll find out if these teams are World Cup champion material in this match for sure. Albert De Lange says, All Blacks 38, France 22. Mahmoud Sabah says, World Cup rugby is a different animal. Absolutely. Albert asked, why are you not broadcasting this game? SABC 2 is. So, unfortunately, I don't have the 5 million that they want to broadcast every game live. So, I'm definitely not a rich guy, Albert. So, 5 million definitely not lying around on my porch. But, it's jokes aside. Fortunately, not allowed to show any live footage because we don't have the copyright for it. But I'm guessing the commentary will have to do. Alan asked, how long to kick off, Oscar? Confused by time difference. So where are you from, Alan? And I could give you guys more or less an idea when the game starts. But, don't do that. Let's say in about 20 minutes from now, it will be kickoff, Alan. Ray Kukumor says, this is going to be a cracking game. Guru, keep shouting. Ek wil die passion luister. Absoluut, Craig. Ons gaan daar uitkom. Ek weet nie wat gaan met my stem. My stem voel 'n bietjie grof. Maar ons sal hom opwarm soos ons aangaan. Oscar on the road says it's 20:52 actually in France. Yeah, so it's more or less the same time, Oscar. So Eric Davison says, can we use capitals? And then William Fenter, I'm in the UK. What stream channel can I watch it? Unfortunately, I'm not sure, William. Rugby Pass, maybe, if you've got a subscription. And then Garth, Fransman, All Blacks. But I'm all blacked out with load shedding, unfortunately. So sad. Was the opening ceremony done already? I think it's done now. And we should be getting ready for the game real soon, Garth. Yeah, very unfortunate about load shedding here in South Africa. It's really messing things up quite a bit. But, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it at the end of the day. So we'll just have to be strong. We are going to go through the team lineups just again in just a short minute. I will play the players, or just show you guys the players for now. I think we might just I just might need to fill up the lungs a little bit, and then we'll go from there. But for now, I'll just show you guys the team lineups again, and we'll discuss it when I do come back after filling up the lungs a little bit. So we'll start with the French side, and I will put up the names as well for you guys. So yeah, let's just put those up, and I'll be back real shortly. Right, so we are back, and let's quickly go through this French side one more time here before we get things underway. So, looking at the front row forwards for this French side, the likes of Reda Wardi, Julian Marchand, and Nuni Antonio in the front row, a very, very strong front row, and one that I think can easily match the All Blacks today up front as well. If we go and have a look at the lock combination for this French side, the likes of Cameron Wacky and Thibaut Flamint is going to be vital for them. Obviously, Paul Willems out injured, so he won't be able to play for France in this World Cup. And then the back three, the loose trio of this French side is the one area where I think they're going to be really dangerous, and that is going to be Francois Cross, Charles Sullivan, and Gregory Aldred in that loose trio combination. A very, very strong loose trio, and probably one of the best loose trios in world rugby at the moment. Really looking forward to see what they can conjure up today. If we look at the halfback pairing, and another incredible combination here for Anton Dupont and Mati Jalibert, who's going to be vital in the absence of Romain Intermac for this French outfit as well. Anton Dupont, obviously the World Player of the Year not so long ago, and a brilliant player, probably the best scrum half in the world at the moment, and really looking forward to see what they can bring to the party today. We look at the midfield combination of Yoram Mufana and Gal Fico, a very formidable combination as well, and one that will really test the likes of Rico Ioane and Anton Leonard-Brown today. And then in the back three, we've got the likes of Gavin Villiers, Damian Peno, and Thomas Ramos. Looking forward to see what they can bring to the party as well. And then obviously the bench of this French side, where I do believe that they are a bit stronger off. So the likes of Mattia Mafaka, Jean-Baptiste Gross, Dorian Aldegheri, Romain Tamathioni, Paul Domine, Maxime Luc, Arthur Vincent, and Melvin Jamine. Really exciting players there on this bench here for this French side as well. And really looking forward to see what they can bring to the party. We will go through the All Blacks in just a bit as we are almost ready for this game. Really looking forward to this one, and really can't wait for the kickoff, which will be in about 10 minutes from now. So really looking forward to that. Let me know in the comment section who you guys think is going to win this one. Gerard Kleinan says, well, let's just go through a few more comments here. Mamusa Bar says, ladies, you're welcome to the Guru, the real deal, the best commentator alive. Thanks, Mamusa Bar. Eric Davison says it's free in the UK on ITV. Kasim says, with Guru commentating, you are virtually watching the game live. Keep it coming, Guru. Thanks, Kasim. Really appreciate the comments coming in. Gerard Kleinhans says, Afrikaans broadcaster. So, yeah, if there's enough Afrikaans, we'll do a bit of Afrikaans as well, Gerard, like always. Alan says, hello, friends. We are in India as digital nomads. Been here a week. Looking forward to the rugby and the chatters used to follow from Veldrift on the West Coast. Great to have you here as well, Alan. And then Kasim says, me think France will be too settled to be rattled by this inconsistent All Blacks. That's my 5-pop op die board, say Kasim. And then Francois van der Westhuizen says France to win by 5 points max. And then Kiwi says All Blacks. So let's quickly load up that All Black team yet again for you guys. So we've got in the front row, obviously we've got the likes of Ethan de Groot, Cody Taylor, and Nipo Lolala forming that front row combination for this All Black side. We've heard the news that Sam Kane has been out injured, so in his place will come Tupou Vai, and then also Brody Retallick will be moving up onto the bench. If we look at the lock combination for this All Black side, we've got Sam Whitelock and Scott Barrett there in the lock combination. One area where I think this All Blacks might be a little bit stronger off than the French at the moment. And then obviously Dalton Papali now moving to number 7, Tupou Vai coming in at 6, and then Ari Sevilla will be captaining the side from the number 8 position. So a big blow. I don't know how big it is for the All Blacks, but it is quite a big blow in the lead up to this game now for them as well. We look at the backline for them, the halfback combination of Aaron Smith and Richie Moanga. Such a great combination, and really looking forward to see how they will fare against the likes of Anton Dupont and Jalibert. So I'm expecting them to have one over them at the moment, but you just never know with rugby. The midfield combination of Anton Leonard-Brown and Rico Ioane, obviously Jordie Barrett getting injured just before, so quite a few blows for the All Blacks just before the opening game. And it's going to be interesting to see how they handle the pressure that's going to come their way as well. And in the back three of this All Black side as well, Mark D'Elia, Will Jordan, and Bowden Barrett, a very, very good attacking backline. And given the opportunity, we'll definitely look to find space in behind this French defense. And we all know how dangerous all three of these players can be. And then lastly, we will go and have a look at their bench as well. One area where I think the All Blacks do lack quite a bit at the moment. Sami Saini, Takia, Ufa Tuangafasi, Fletcher Newell, obviously Tupavai now being brought into the starting lineup, and Brody Retallick coming to the bench, and then Luke Jacobson, Finley Christie, David Havili, and Lester Fainganuku on this bench for the All Blacks. Will they be able to match France in that last 20 minutes if the game is close? We'll have to wait and see what is going to happen with that one. But that is the two team lineups. We see Dan Carter now bringing in the World Cup trophy and just showing that off to the fans in the crowd. So in about 10 minutes from now, we will have the kickoff to this game. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be close. And I think whoever takes their opportunity will definitely be winning this game. Rupert Berger says, go All Blacks, make us proud. As a Southern Hemisphere team, I'm also All Black today. So definitely supporting the All Blacks today in this game against France. Thomas says New Zealand 25, France 20. Amur Sabah says All Blacks by 9. Elsacho says, sorry guys, if South Africa's not playing, then I support New Zealand. So a lot of support coming in for the All Blacks now. Paran says, me too. Kiwi says, go All Blacks, we believe in you. And then Oscar on the road says, France is the best team in its history. It's plays at home in front of a fervent crowd. It has a big asset for this World Cup. But we'll have to wait and see, Oscar. Nothing given away to this French side. I don't think you just come and show up and beat the All Blacks that easily. But either way, it's going to be great for rugby. Amur Sabah says, damn, I hope the All Blacks win, but they look vulnerable. And then Baron Daniel Brown says, go All Blacks by 9. So there's a few predictions, guys. Let me know where you guys are watching from. We've got about 360 people watching at the moment. Let me know where you guys are all from. It's always great to see where the support is coming from on the channel. And then also, don't forget to support the channel as well. Press that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, we'll do all 48 games of the World Cup, depending on whether my voice will hold out for the duration of this competition, and then also if there's going to be enough support throughout the lower games. Guys, games like the Italy-Namibia game, we'll see if there's enough support and whether it's going to go on. But for at least this next 2 weeks, we will be doing all the Rugby World Cup games, come load shedding or not. I will be sorted for that. So please show your support. You can also become a member of the channel by pressing on the join button at the bottom, starting as low as £1, and that's 20 Rand in South African Rand. So, do show your support as Ari Sevilla now makes his way onto the field for the All Blacks here at the Rugby World Cup 2023 in France. Stade de France, the All Blacks versus France, and it's Ari Sevilla who's lining up at the front of the entrance here. Just waiting his time, probably going to wait for the French team as they now make their way up to the tunnel as well. Who will win this game? 500, almost 600 votes now. France 42%, the All Blacks 54%, and 4% going for the draw. So it's incredibly close at the moment. Let's have a look here with some more comments coming in while the two teams now slowly make their way onto the field for this one. Antoinette Gerber says, hi, Kuru, enjoy the game. Kiwi says, I'm pretty sure Ireland is the best team today. Barent Daniel Brown says, Lady Brandt in the Free State. Thomas says, watching from Jeffreys Bay. Albert says, George in the Western Cape. Gay says, let's kick some ass All Blacks from Christchurch. Samuel Kern says, I just watched the match for fun. Kiwi says, man, who thinks Ireland is going to win the Rugby World Cup? Well, there's a good opportunity for them, Kiwi. So never doubt them as well. Elsa says, watching from South Africa with the current freaking load shedding, but we will keep our heads up high. Eric says, I'm in Ashington and I am related to 2 World Cup winners. Who would that be, Eric? Please let us know. Musabar says, Guru, that voice must just last. Nothing that can't fix. And then Dar Kor says, Ireland has a chance. Absolutely. Just a chance, says Dar. So anything can happen. Elsa says from Klerksdorp in the northwest. So both teams now onto the field as we are getting ready for the national anthems here between these two sides. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Really looking forward to this one. And we couldn't have asked for a better start to a Rugby World Cup than this one between France and the All Blacks. The most played game at a Rugby World Cup, with the All Blacks having the better of France on most occasions, with France only managing to beat the All Blacks twice in these contests. Neil Blunt says Hovik and Natal. Kiwi says go All Blacks. And then Darkor says Southern Hemisphere. What other hemisphere is there? So yeah, absolutely. Manny Potgieter says lekker man, Guru, ons mis jou nie al die pad van Palaborwa af. So nee, goeie ondersteuning daarso ook van reg oor die wêreld op die oomblik. Barend says sterkte Elsa, ons load shedding daarom nou klaar tot môreoggend. En dan Matthew says watching from Saturn in the Western Cape. Antoinette Gerber Oudtshoorn, Una Guru. And then Eric says Bobby and Jackie Carlton. Who's that? Maybe before my time, Eric, maybe? Not sure. Right, so currently busy with the All Blacks national anthem, guys, and we're so close to the start of the Rugby World Cup. Can't wait for this to actually start. So what we will do is we are going to get that scoreboard on as well, because we're almost about to get ready for the kickoff of this game. So as usual, we will have the clock on, is it the right-hand side? So, looking forward to this one. Wayne Lombard says, hate the way Rugby World blows up France and Ireland. Ook van Palaborwa, nou die tyd om te sien. Darskor says Tonga, Samoa, New Zealand, Australia. And then Zoe says, appreciate your commentary on the rugby up the was. No problem, Zoe. And then Kasims is currently working in Stanford Hermanus, but originally from Strandfontein in Cape Town. Maar Moerseba sê, gee gas, Guru. En waar jou ysglas vanaand is, Marius? Hier is hy, nie te ver nie. Ek praat net so baie, ek kry nie kans om te slukkie. Marius says France to win tonight, and France and South Africa in the final, and a South African win awaits. And then Frikkie says, Frikkie and Marianne from Melkbosstrand. Richard Corver says, hello van Kamiesberg in Namakwaland. Ek weet nie wie ek wil hê moet wen nie, maar dink die hane gaan kraai. En dan Elsa says, dankie Barend, ons hou duim vast dat daar Sondag geen load shedding gaan wees wanneer ons speel nie. And then Neil Blunt says, draw will be the best result. Let's hope not. Don't want them to kiss their sister. And France cup the All Blacks. Op asseblief sê Kasim. So with that, we're going to go through the team lineups just one last time here. We'll start with the back line of France. So in the back three, we've got Thomas Ramos, Damien Penaud, and Gabin Villiers. And in the midfield, we've got Gael Fico and Yoram Mufana, and a halfback combination of Matthew Jollibird and Anton Dupont in that combination as well. Great backline here for them. Then forwards-wise, Gregory Aldred, Charles Olivon, and Francois Cross in the loose trio with Thibaut Flamand and Cameron Wacky in the midfield. Then Uni Antonio, Julian Massant, and Reddy Wardy forming the front row combination. Then on the bench, Mattia Mafaka, Jean-Baptiste Gross, Dorian Algareri, Romain Tamathioni, Paul Dubonnet, Maximin Luca, Arthur Vincent, and Melvin Jaminet. And for the All Blacks, we've got Bowden Barrett, Will Jordan, and Mark Tilley in the back three, Rico Ioane and Anton Leonard-Brown in the midfield, Richie Mo'unga and Aaron Smith forming the midfield after halfback combination. The forwards then Ari Sevilla with a late replacement, Sam Kane dropping out. In comes Tupavai, Dalton Papali moving to 7. Tupavai come in, Scott Barrett, Sam Whitelock in the lock combination with Nipo Lalala, Cody Taylor, and Ethan de Groot forming the front row. And then on the bench, we've got Samisoni Takiao, Ofatanga Fasi, Fletcher Newell, Tupavai now going to the starting lineup with Brody Ratella coming on the bench, Luke Jacobson, Finley Christie, David Avili, and Lester Fainganuku finishing up this squad for the All Blacks then. Some more comments while we wait for the haka to be finished. Kiwi says, I love the haka. Good morning. This will be interesting, says Anne Neville. Greg Miles says, I'm listening from Canada. I think France will win. Vir die Borwa manne klas van 1981 France de tooi, says Richard Corver. And then Elsa says, hi, and where are you watching from? I think you're watching from New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken there. Right, so Aaron Smith leading that haka for them, and great stuff. Jorina says, Ruben, ek stem, Kuru doen gemeenskapdiens. Great stuff, Jorina. Right, so, yeah, let's see how this one is going to go out. Ruben says, baie dankie vir die tyd en moeite wat jy insit. Ons arme siel is onder DStv. Waardeer dit werklik baie. Geen probleem, Ruben. So we're almost there, guys. We're almost ready for this kickoff of the first game of the Rugby World Cup as the Hakas finish. The All Blacks playing in black, France playing in white today with Jaco Peyper as the referee for today's game. I'm probably not going to be able to keep up with the comments coming in, so do apologize if I don't get to the comments. Greg Kukamura says, listening all the way from Russia. George says, I became a rugby fan in 1981 after watching the All Blacks. I've also been there. I've also been there fun since. Right, so this is it, guys. This is where it all is going to start, and this is where dreams are going to be made or shattered. So, yeah, let's see who's going to come away with a victory here. The first 40 minutes of this game between France and the All Blacks are about to start, and really looking forward to this one. Last prediction, I said the All Blacks by 17 points today. Call me crazy, but I think it's going to be close up until about just after halftime, and then this All Black side is going to open the floodgates and really break this French hearts today. But let's see how it goes. Good luck to both sides. And as always, really looking forward to this one. Right, so it's going to be the All Blacks to get this game underway for us. Let's just see where they're playing from left to right, I think, on the screen. What a game this is going to be. The opening game of the Rugby World Cup in 2023. Who will come away with the victory today? The crowd is set. The referees are set. This is going to be an absolutely incredible encounter. Who will come away with the opening game of this Rugby World Cup? There's not a seat available at the moment in the stadium. And Jaco Peyper, obviously, the referee for today's game, just getting the All Blacks ready. Beauden Barrett will kick this game off from left to right on my screen. And really looking forward to this one. Here we go. The kickoff here from Beauden Barrett. And we're underway for the first game of Rugby World Cup 2023 as Ramos gets that ball and kicks it into touch roundabout on the, between the halfway and the 10-meter line inside France territory. Good start there from France. A deep kick in from the All Blacks. Well controlled by France, and it gave the ball out to the fullback Ramos to kick that one out. So 5 meters inside France territory now. Cody Taylor with the first throw into this Rugby World Cup. Takes his time with this one. They need to hurry up now. Goes to the front here. Sam Whitelock takes it in. Richie Moanga gets it. Oh, beautiful break here from the All Blacks early on. And away they go up to the 22. Rico Ioane just inside the 22 now. Comes back again. Wide they go. Will Jordan. Beauden Barrett cuts back on the inside. About 10 meters out from the try line now is the All Blacks. 5 meters away from the right-hand touchline here. And there's a knockdown from the French. And this could be trouble early on. Penalty to the All Blacks. 10 meters out from the try line, 5 meters from the right-hand touchline. They go quickly. It's Aaron Smith who's held up in a tackle. Still advantage to the All Blacks, not back 10 here. The All Blacks now on the attack. 2 meters out from the try line. Can they get this ball back? They do get it back now. Richie Mo'unga. It's Beauden Barrett with a cross kick here. And it's going to bounce. It's going to work out for Mark Talia, who gets the first try at the Rugby World Cup. And the All Blacks have got it underway. A brilliant start, a dream start for the All Blacks, as it's Mark Talia who dives over for the first try of the game. Brilliant stuff from the All Blacks. And that's how you silence the home crowd. Absolutely brilliant start for the All Blacks. After just 2 minutes of play, it's Mark Talia who gets the opening try in the 2nd minute of the game. Wow, you could not have asked for a better start. There we go, at the bottom of the screen, Mark Talia with the opening try of Rugby World Cup 2023. It's Mark Talia over on the left-hand corner from a cross kick from Beauden Barrett. What a start to this World Cup. You could not have asked for a better start. Richie Mo'unga is going to try and convert this one now for the All Blacks from the left-hand corner. Yeah, it's right on the left-hand side here. Richie Mo'unga with the first kick of the game here to try and put the All Blacks up by 7 points. 3 minutes gone in this one. Strikes it well, but it's going to go to the left-hand side of the post. So the score 5 points to 0 for the All Blacks. Mark Talia fumbled it nearly, but got over for the first try of the Rugby World Cup. And what a way to start. I did say that the All Blacks are going to put some cross kicks in. I didn't think they're going to do it in the first minute of the game. But yeah, here we go. The restart from Jalibert. And it's well taken there by the All Blacks. It's taken in by Whitelock just inside the 22. Now they get it out. It's taken up by Dalton Papali. Still 5 meters inside. Oh, penalty to France there. Holding on from Dalton Papali. And an opportunity for France to hit back immediately. Well, it's all happening here at the moment. What will France do? They're going to have a shot at goal here. And it's going to be Ramos to line this one up for France. Well, just about 2 meters inside the 22, about 10 meters out, 15 meters out from the left touchline here for Ramos to put France back into this game. The kickoff beautifully taken by Sam Whitelock. He went down. The ball got taken up by Dalton Papali. Not enough support there. And quickly up over that ball was Marchand, who won that penalty for France. Brilliant start here to this Rugby World Cup. So Thomas Ramos now to try and put the first points on the board here for France. Just outside the 22, 15 meters out from the left-hand touchline. He struck it beautifully, and France is onto the board. 3 points to France, 5 to the All Blacks. We've had 5 minutes in this game. Brilliant start to the Rugby World Cup. 5 points to the All Blacks, 3 to France at the moment. Beauden Barrett will restart us here. This is Pool A Kiwi. Right, so another deep restart taken in by Albert. Gets it out to Ramos again, who puts it on the boot and gone into touch again. This time quickly thrown in by the All Blacks. Now Beauden Barrett on the 10-meter line goes high up into the air. The chase now coming from Will Jordan. The chase is good. Oh, what does the referee says? Play on. Both players contested that ball in the air now. France have got it. Anton Dupont, back it comes to Jalibert. Jalibert, who kicks it downfield, and it's taken in again by Richie Mo'unga. Now gets it out to Beauden Barrett just outside the 22. He's going to go high up into the air, chasing down his own kick this time. It's not going to bounce into the hands of Gavin Villiers. He's secured that ball for France between the 10 and the halfway line inside their own half. Ramos now gets it out to Marchand. Dupont again. Ramos with a little chip kick over the top. There's space here for France. The bounce of the ball not kind for France there. And the All Blacks have got it back. It's Cody Taylor in possession now. Just outside the 22 here. It's a penalty to the All Blacks. Hands in the ruck there from France. Penalty in the middle of the field, just outside the 22. And Jaco Peyper giving Will Jordan the benefit of the doubt on that challenge in the air just a little bit earlier on. And clever from him indeed to let the play go on, because I think both players really went for it. The kick not going to find touch here for the All Blacks, and it's Ramos who's going to send it back with interest. Not going to find touch as well. Richie Mohanga now up to the 10-meter line inside his own half, gets the pass away to Beauden Barrett, who tries to cut through the defense. He makes it up to just short of the halfway line. Here comes the All Blacks again, the group now. Beauden Barrett with a long cut of pass. It looked forward into the hands of Mark Talia, and Jaco Peyper has blown it up for a forward pass there. Scrum down to France on the 10-meter line inside All Blacks territory. Goodness gracious, it's high temp, very, very big flow of the game at the moment. Massive pace, which this game has been played at. You think you're going to the left, then suddenly the ball is right already. So, very fast-paced game at the moment. Scrum down to France on the 10-meter line inside the All Blacks territory, around the middle of the field here. A good attacking opportunity for France. Can they make it go? Can they make it count here? Dupont, who's going to throw this one in. We've had about 8 minutes of this game so far. 620 people watching. Don't forget to press that like button and subscribe to the channel. So reset scrum coming up here for them. We've had about, around about 1,000 votes here. And majority is going for the All Blacks with 57% of the votes so far on the poll as well. Keep it coming. So Jaco Peyper resetting the scrum here. Valuable minute gone to waste there with that reset. 5 points to the All Blacks. 3 to France. Mark Talia scoring in the 2nd minute of the game. Dupont to throw this one in for France. Let's see how the first scrum is going to go. Solid scrum. Pops out the back. Under pressure is Dupont from Aaron Smith. Caught on the halfway line. This could be turnover. Now comes back Jalibert. Out to Ramos, who puts it on the boot. Oh, it's going to be knocked backwards by Mark Talia. Referee says play on now. Inside his own 22. Tries to run it out. Just outside the 22 now. He's been brought down in the middle of the field. Aaron Smith gets it back to Barrett. Barrett gets it now downfield to Will Jordan, who kicks it downfield. That ball is going to be collected well there by Jalibert. And the kick downfield from France. And into touch it goes. Just inside the half of the All Blacks. Well, that's the second time Mark Talia has fumbled the ball a little bit. But luckily on that occasion, he did knock it backwards. Right, so Cody Taylor will throw this one in. We've had 10 minutes of this game. 5 points to the All Blacks. 3 to France at the moment. Kasim says, good lubricants in it. Absolutely. So we do have a stoppage in play here. Just one of the French players receiving attention at the moment. So All Blacks opening up this World Cup with a bang. It was a try in the corner, on the left-hand corner for Mark Talia, after a cross from Barrett. You had a brilliant break through the middle early on in that game, which set the All Blacks up. Back on now, and it will be Cody Taylor to throw this one in 5 meters inside the All Blacks half. On the left-hand side of the field. Oh, it's stolen by France now. Here they come on the counter-attack. It's taken up now. It's Mufana who takes it up to the 10-meter line of the All Blacks. A really poor line out there. Dupont now. Out to Aldred it goes. Good leg drive here from France as they make it up over the 10-meter line. Now Jalibert. Oh, gets the pass away, but driven backwards, and a knock on there from France. It will be a scrum down to the All Blacks. Knocked on there by Flamand. And that's really disappointing from a French perspective. Did so well to steal that first line-out ball. It was stolen by Olivon, but the French unable to do anything with it. And it's going to be a scrum down to the All Blacks now, roundabout on the 10-meter line inside All Blacks territory. So Julian Massant still receiving some attention here, and there's a real possibility that he might get replaced by Mafaka very early on in this game. He is now back up on his feet, so let's see how this scrum is going to go. We've had 11 minutes in this World Cup opener, and it's the All Blacks with the first try of this game. Mark Talia, a penalty by Ramos, just making that deficit 2 points at the moment. On the 10-meter line in the middle of the field, the All Blacks now feed this ball in their own half. Early scrum here early push from the French, and it's a free kick to the All Blacks. They probably will send us high up into the air. It's Vardy who got penalised there with a short arm penalty. So a chance now for the All Blacks to send us downfield. 5 points to 3. 12 minutes gone in this one. Richie, the referee says stop the time there. So we might see a replacement come on now for them. Actually, it's Dupont. Yeah, Machant is going to leave the field. So Mafaka is going to have an early run on here for France. The replacement hooker coming on for Julian Massant, and brings an end to his game after just 12 minutes of play in this one. All Blacks 5, France 3 at the moment. 12 minutes played. Time is back on now, and Richie Mohanga puts it high up into the air. The chase coming from the All Blacks, and they've managed. Will they get that ball? No. It's gone backwards, so it's going to actually be an All Black ball here between the 10 and the 22-meter line. So it was deemed, it's hit the All Blacks player, so surely it's got to be it's a penalty to France instead. So Jakob Paper saying they obstructed the play in the air there. So very unfortunate there. It is going to be a penalty to Jalibert. And Jalibert will kick this downfield. That's not going to find touch as well. So here comes Richie Mohanga now with the kick downfield. And looking to find touch. This time gets a beautiful touch finder, but quickly thrown in by France. And they kick it downfield again. Looking for distance this time into the hands of Will Jordan. Inside the 22 now runs it out. He's going to kick it down straight down the middle. Taken by France now on a counter-attack on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Kicks it downfield. Looking for the 50-22, but finds Bowden Barrett inside the 22. He's going to kick this downfield and also not going to find touch. Here's Ramos now. From inside his 22, he's going to kick it downfield. Massive kick. And he's going to find touch roundabout on the 10-meter line of the All Blacks. Right, so a lot of kicking up and down the field there. And at long last, the All Blacks have possession on their own 10-meter line. Let's see, they take it in. This time, Sevilla took it up. Aaron Smith gets it out. Will Jordan. Here comes the charge from Anton Leonard-Brown up to the 10-meter line. Inside his own half, it's Tupavai who gets the ball out there to Papali, just up over the 10 now. Here they come again, Ari Sevilla. With a good leg drive, they're almost up to the halfway line. Again, the All Blacks now gets it wide. They're going to start moving this one wide now. Rico Ioane throws a little dummy, tries to go himself up to the halfway line. Quick ball needed now. Cody Taylor picks it up, but he gets bundled back in the tackle there by Dupont. Now Aaron Smith back. It comes Scott Barrett. Throws a little dummy, tries to go on his own. All Blacks back inside their own half. Between the 10 and the halfway line now. Barrett gets it all. Sloppy pass there. Netball pass out to Mark Talia. Tries to cut back on the inside on the 10-meter line of the All Blacks. Right on the left-hand touchline here. Smith gets it out. It's Whitelock who takes it up. Quick ball again for the All Blacks now. It's Will Jordan with a little chip over the top. And he's been taken up, but the referee says play on. And a little kick downfield from France now. Not really a good kick there from France. And it's kicked back by the All Blacks. Bowden Barrett getting distance on that kick and finding touch just outside the 22 of France. Well, it's a lot of kicking, useless kicking at the moment. Will Jordan seemed to have looked for a little gap there, but he got taken out in the kick. So fair play to the French defense there. They now have a line out between the 10 and the 22 inside their own half is France. With Mafaka quickly to the pond. Back it comes to Mafaka. He's in a bit of space. He's up over the halfway line and still going. He puts in a little kick downfield. Here's trouble for the All Blacks. This Bowden Barrett will have to carry back. And over the try line it goes. And just dots it down for a goal line dropout. Wow, great stuff from the replacement hooker there. Into space he went. Over the halfway line. Tried to go with a chip kick over the top. Like a seasonal or a seasoned fullback would do. And got the kick away beautifully and chased it well. But luckily for the All Blacks, Bowden Barrett was back to dot that ball down. Rudolf Heyman says, hoop dinge loop mooi vir France. The ball's being kicked downfield and straight down the middle now. Aldred is going to attack here onto the All Blacks 10-meter line now. Quick ball needed. Dupont gets it back. Jalabert back on inside to Gavin Villiers. Between the 10 and the 22 now. Turnover ball here for the All Blacks as great steal there on the ground from Whitelock. But it's sloppy for the All Blacks at the back. Richie Mohanga now inside his own 22 under pressure. Gets it up to Mark Talia. He's running in sideways now. Good run there from him up to almost the 10-meter line, but he knocks it on. And it's going to be a scrum down to France on the 10-meter line of the All Blacks. Well. All Blacks playing under pressure there. Somehow got out of it and then knocked it on. Mark Talia, unfortunately. So we've seen some great attacking rugby from both sides. And what a clean out that was on Scott Barrett as well. But somehow managed to rip that ball out. And some great stuff from the All Blacks at the breakdown. And then the counter-attack nearly worked. But some great defensive effort from Jalabert. And he made the tackle there on Mark Talia. Scrum down to France on the 10-meter line of the All Blacks. Well, scrum down to France now. Archie says Sport Channels needs to get hold of this commentator. He's good. Thanks Archie. Really appreciate it. So Anton Dupont now with the feet to the scrum here for France. Can France make something of this? Penalty to France and an opportunity to take the lead in this game. You can see the crowd jump up in joy as Jaco Peyper awards that penalty against Ethan de Groot. And, bad news is one of the French players have stayed down, so we're going to have to stop the clock right here. But here's a penalty to France and an opportunity to take the lead for the very first time in this game after about 18 and a half minutes. Well, 5 points to 3 it is at the moment. The clock now back on as well. And a chance now for France to take the lead. Marius Brood says, go France, go away. And in MR Gerard Venter says, Viva la France. Alvarez, New Zealand exits are terrible at the moment. Absolutely, really bad. And then Archie also have given or bought a super sticker. Thank you so much, Archie. Really appreciate the support. You guys can obviously, there's a button at the bottom for all of those. But really appreciate it, Archie. Right, so an opportunity now for France to take the lead in this game for the first time after 19 minutes played in this game. Can Ramos from the 10-meter line put this one over? Yeah, he struck it beautifully, and France are now into the lead. 6 points to 5 with the first 20 minutes about up on the clock in this World Cup opener. It's, it started like a house on fire. And after that, it just became a little bit of a yo-yo game with the kicks downfield, up and down the field. And then the All Blacks have made some terrible mistakes in the exits, like it was said by Alvarez. A restart then by Bowden Barrett, taken by Aldred. He's going to bash his way up over the 22, down about a meter over the 22 inside their own half. It's Anton Dupont now waiting for it. It was taken back, so can't kick it out directly. Goes to the box kick over the top. And that's a massive kick downfield into the hands of Richie Mo'unga. Now gets it out to Bowden Barrett, who puts it high up into the air. Walt Jordan will be chasing this one down, but it's well taken by Ramos. And the French now have possession between the 10 and the 22 inside their own half. Dupont again with a kick downfield, and that's a massive kick, but it's collected well by Richie Mo'unga just outside his own 22. Now goes high up into the air and chases down his own kick as well. Oh, it's beautifully taken by Ramos now. Brought to ground 5 meters outside of the 20 of the halfway line. It's taken up by Aldred now. France got the possession now. It's taken up here by Flamand. Dupont again. Now back it comes to goal. Fico to Mufana. Just up over the halfway line is the French now about 5 meters out from the left-hand touchline. Jalabert gets it back now. Here's another chance for them. Oh, it's been kicked for the French. Taken by Mark Delia now. Puts it on a boot. Looking for a bit of space. Oh, been knocked on by Ramos. Just outside the 22. It's going to be a scrum down to the All Blacks. Just outside the 22. About 10 meters out from the left-hand touchline. Well. Incredible stuff here. As Thomas Ramos, a brilliant player under the high ball, has just knocked that ball on under pressure. That is World Cup rugby for you guys. That is absolutely World Cup pressure. So scrum down to the All Blacks now. 22 minutes gone in this opening half. And the All Blacks now have an opportunity. Possession is going the way of the All Blacks, 60% to 40% at the moment. But I must say about 40% of that 60% has been scrappy ball. Right, so Aaron Smith then to feed this one in for the All Blacks. Great opportunity now. Feed from Aaron Smith then. Solid scrum by the All Blacks, and Smith gets it out now. It's Rico Ioane on the loop around. It's Bowden Barrett into a bit of space now. 15 meters out from the try line. Here they come again. It's numbers on the outside, but Richie Mo'unga cuts back on the inside. 10 meters out from the try line. Aaron Smith waiting for this one. They're going to go to blind side here. Dalton Papali'i. 5 meters out from the try line. Here's the All Blacks now. Sevilla gets it out to Scott Barrett. He steps back on the inside. Just 2 meters out from the try line now. Here's the All Blacks. Can they get this ball back? Can they get the ball back? Is the All Blacks. It's Sevilla again who pops the ball back to his players. The All Blacks still got possession. 2 meters out from the try line. It's Ethan de Groot now. Just pick and go from the All Blacks, but the French defense is holding beautifully at the moment. Driven back to about 3 or 4 meters out from the try line is the All Blacks. They pick and go again. They want to tire this French side out. Still going with the forwards. There's the penalty advantage now. They need to move this to the left. There's numbers out wide. Surely they got to score. It's still taken up by the All Blacks forwards. And there's a knock on from the All Blacks. We're coming back for a penalty. 5 meters out, about 20 meters out from the right-hand touchline. Do they take the 3 points here? Surely there must have been numbers on the left-hand side. Well, the All Blacks persisting with the pick and drive there. They're still going to do it. Pick and drive, it seems. Now the penalty's been brought infield. So that's going to be a shot at goal, says Ari Sevilla. So it is going to be Richie Mo'unga to try and put the All Blacks back into the lead here after about 24 and a half minutes gone. So the All Blacks with the opportunity to take back the lead in this one. Right, so after all of that, we are having this penalty to the All Blacks. So Richie Mo'unga then to try and put the All Blacks into the lead once again. Who's a very, very reliable goal kicker. Couldn't get the conversion right from the left-hand side of the field. But he gets the chance now to put them back into the lead, and he does so with ease. The All Blacks 8, France 6. We've had 25 minutes in this World Cup opener. Will we see a seesaw battle here? We've got the clock stopped at the moment, as it seems like they're all having a water break at the moment. So after 25 minutes, it's the All Blacks 8, France 6. We've seen the opening try of the Rugby World Cup take no longer than, I think it was 1 minute and 35 seconds when Mark Delia dotted over in the left-hand corner from a cross kick from Beauden Barrett after an earlier breakout line break from Rico Ioane, who put them right on the front foot. Yeah, they're just showing that right now. He should have backed himself there. Great cover defense then from it was, I think, Dupont to make the tackle on him. And it was Penaud who got the tackle in on him. The support play was there. They attacked pretty well. And then the cross kick from Beauden Barrett to Mark Delia, who had the composure to dot over in the left-hand corner for them. But since then, it's been a bit of a disappointing game at stages throughout this first half. A lot of useless kicking and just testing the waters and relying on each other's mistakes, unforced errors. But that's World Cup rugby for you. You won't see Ramos knocking on a ball just outside the 22 in other games. But in a World Cup opener, definitely something that can happen. Right, so time will be back on now after the water break. It is going to be Jalibert to get us back underway in this game. 8 points to the All Blacks, 6 to France. Here we go again. It's a high-hanging kickoff, well chased by France. The ball is going to bounce, but the referee's going to call him back here, I think, for a penalty. No, players in front of the kicker, says Jaco Paper. So it's either going to be, it's going to be a scrum down on the halfway line here. And it's very seldom that you see referees having a look at something like that. But some great refereeing there from Jaco Paper. Brilliant stuff. And it's going to be a scrum down here to the All Blacks right on the halfway line. Great attacking position for them. Let's see what they can conjure up from here. Very important that they get a solid scrum. The scrums have almost looked like it wanted to tweak in favor of the French at the moment. But, so far it's been pretty solid from both sides. Rian Peterson says, France, you go, boys. And then Trey Pau says, Viva le Bleu from New Zealand. So Aaron Smith then to feed this one in for the All Blacks right on the halfway line. 27 minutes gone in this first half. A great opportunity now for the All Blacks to go on the attack. Both teams very unwillingly to play inside their own half at the moment. Solid as you can get the scrum. Oh, it's going to be a penalty to France right on the halfway line. And it looks like it's going to be Ethan de Groot who is going to get penalized here. I spoke so highly of him before the game started, but really feeling the pressure here today of Antonio. And France are going to have a shot at goal to see whether they can put themselves back into the lead. It's going to be Ramos to have a shot at goal from the halfway line. So let's see what's going to happen. It's an opportunity for France to take back the lead in this one. Duff against Vouching says, I reckon the All Blacks will have it, but I want to be wrong. Kasim says it's nothing personal, it's purely business. So Ramos to have a shot at goal here to put France back into the lead for only the second time in this game. There's a 63% probability of this kick going over. And that one has been struck fantastically through the middle. It's 9 points to France, 8 points to the All Blacks. And we still got about 12 minutes to go in this first half. Greg says, I'm torn as to who I want to win. Both teams are so good at the game. Right, so 9 points to France, 8 to the All Blacks. A deep kick in from Beauden Barrett, collected by Aldred again, who's lost his strumpet there. And let's see what France can do from here. Anton Dupont waiting for this one at the back. It goes for the box kick over the top. And going to find touch round about, quickly thrown in by the All Blacks now. And here goes Beauden Barrett with an up and under. He's going to chase it down himself. And he's done beautifully to collect that. All Blacks on the attack now. Sevilla with a kick downfield. Looking for space in behind. Kevin Villiers under pressure now from Rico Ioane. He tries to step out of it. And now France under pressure inside their own 22. It's turnover ball for the All Blacks. If they move it wide, there's trouble for France. It's Dalton Papali'i who takes it in though. Great rush defense from the French there. It's Anton Leonard-Brown back to Beauden Barrett now. Richie Mo'unga gets past the first defender, gets it out to Mark Talia. Inside the 22 goes the All Blacks now. Just 15 meters out from the try line. It's Beauden Barrett again now. Ethan the Good. He's going to bash his way up on. He knocks it on. Here comes the counter-attack from France inside the 22. But Beno is going to kick this downfield. Not going to find touch and still going. There's oodles of space here for Anton Dupont. And it's Beauden Barrett, luckily, who gets possession there and runs into touch. It's going to be a French line out between the 10 and the 22 of the All Blacks. Brilliant stuff from France on the counter-attack there and gets it out. Wow. Moment of madness there. I thought they blew it by kicking it downfield was Penaud. And then Dupont was flying after that ball. But luckily for the All Blacks, Barrett got back and secured that ball. Line up now to France. They stopped the clock here. As not sure what's happening there. Yeah. Was there a replacement? No, the referee's going to put the time back on here. So here we go. Line up Mafaka to throw this one in. Between the 10 and the 22 of the All Blacks now. Here they come. Line out taken beautifully there by Waki. And here comes the driving ball from the France side now. Looking really good as they make their way up to the 22. Right on the right-hand touchline here. Can they get some more go-forward ball here? Still going now. Dupont gets it out. Here's a chance now. Mufana brought down quickly just outside the 22 of the All Blacks. Ball comes back to the French side again. It's taken up by Oliver now. Dupont looking for runners here. Finds Mufana. Back to Galfico. He's just up over the 22 now. Will he get support from the French? Let's see. That ball might be stolen by the All Blacks now. It's going to be a penalty to France again. And coming in from the side is the call from Jakob Peyper on that occasion. Another penalty to France here. And this time it's about 5 meters out from the right-hand touchline. About 15 meters out from the try line. Will they go for a kick to the corner? That driving ball looked really good. Well, a try here for France could be devastating for the All Blacks. Time has been stopped. No, it's not been stopped. They're going to have a shot at goal. And I almost feel that is an opportunity gone to waste for France here. As they were very good, looking very, very good on that driving ball. They just had to secure that line out and drive again. But they are going to go for the 3 points. And it's World Cup rugby. I guess if you're not going to go for gold, go for silver. But Yeah, it is unfortunately what it is at the moment. 9 points to 8, another penalty opportunity. And a chance now for France then to extend their lead here. Let's see what's going to happen with this one. The kick now from Ramos, and he struck it well. Has it gone to the left of the post? Yes, it is. So 9 points to 8 it remains here with 6.5 minutes to go. Right, so restart then for the All Blacks from the 22 then. 9 points to France, 8 to the All Blacks. Opportunity goes to waste. The restart then taken by Jalabert, who puts it downfield. That's a useless kick, but it's going to work out for them as the All Blacks have let that one bounce. Deep inside their own 22 now. Going with the kick downfield is Richie Mohanga. And he finds touch just over the 10-meter line. Well, let's see what France can do from here. Jeremy Rogers says it's interesting. I refuse to pay for DSTV. Your commentary is fantastic. I can feel the game. Thanks, Jeremy. Right, so Mafaka then with the throw in. Oh, it's been knocked forward by Waki. And a chance now for the All Blacks to counter. Will Jordan just kicks it downfield uselessly. And Gavin Villiers is underneath it. Look at him run. He's going to attack, but runs into Dalton Papali just outside the 22. Well supported there by the French players as Carl Fico gets it out, sets it up through the forwards now. Dupont still waiting for it. Between the 22 and a 10-meter line in the middle of the field now, France have possession with 5 minutes to go in this first half. The kick downfield into the hands of Richie Moanga. Out to Bowden Barrett now. He's trying to find a bit of space. Makes his way up to the halfway line. Gets it out to Scott Barrett. Scott Barrett into a bit of space up over halfway. Now pick up and drive from the All Blacks up over the 10-meter line of France. They're going to need a scrum after Aaron Smith is back for it. Now gets it back again to Povai. It's Bowden Barrett out. Wide they go. It's Rico Ioane into a bit of space. He's brought down quickly though. Mark Delia now will pick up and go. Just 5 meters outside of the 22. Turnover from France. Here's a counter-attack opportunity. It's Damien Penaud now. Damien Penaud just outside the 22 gets it out to Ramos. He's going to put his boot on it and kicks it straight down the middle of the field. Back for it is Bowden Barrett inside the 22. And he's going to make sure that he puts that one into touch. Round about between the 10 and the 22 of France. And some bad news here for France is Gregory Eldred has stayed down. And this could be trouble for France. So one of the players that they don't want to lose in this competition. So the clock has been stopped here with 4 minutes to go. Oh no, they haven't stopped it. Will they stop it? Yeah, they have stopped the clock now. So just time to take a little bit of a breather. It's 9 points to France, 8 to the All Blacks. And France now with a line out just outside their own 22 here. An opportunity for them to clear this ball is France. Can the All Blacks steal another line out? So it ties back on Mafaka then with the throw into this line out. Goes to Waki, who takes it in beautifully. They've set up a driving maul here. Is the French now just inside their own 22, but taken back as it's kicked downfield by Dupont into the hands of Richie Moanga. Gets it back to Bowden Barrett, who puts it on a boot. And a lot of kicking at the moment. That one's going to find us just outside of 22. Quickly thrown into Ramos, who kicks it downfield himself. Another useless kick into the hands of Richie Moanga, who puts it back on the boot. And he's going to find touch between the 10 and the 22 of France. So a lot of kicking with 2.5 minutes to go in this first half. And let's see what can happen in this last 2 minutes of the game. Don't forget to press that like button and subscribe, guys. It's taken in by Flamand now. And Gregory Aldred under pressure from the All Blacks there. Just 5 meters outside of the 22. Under pressure is France now, but Dupont have secured it for them. Taking quite his time to get this one out. Goes to the box, can go over the top. He's been nowhere really in this game today. Taken by Richie Mo'unga now. Out to Bowden Barrett under pressure on the 10-meter line. Inside All Blacks territory now. Mark Delia. He's going to try and run this up just over the 10-meter line now. Between the 10 and the halfway line inside All Blacks territory. To provide Richie Mo'unga into a bit of space now. He's going to run it up. Gets the pass away to Dalton Papali now. Just short of the 22 goes the All Blacks. And still going over the 22 they go. Right on the left-hand touchline now. Aaron Smith back. It comes to Ari Sevilla. Sevilla gets the pass out to Bowden Barrett now. Sam Whitelock. Sam Whitelock is going to bring it down just 5 meters inside the 22 of France. Again, Scott Barrett now with a leg drive. Here comes Smith. There's numbers on the left. Can they make it work for them? Bowden Barrett brought down by Aldred. And again now, Will Jordan just 10 meters out from the try line. Smith again to Nipo Lalala. Great defense from the French. At the moment, it's taken up by Cody Taylor. Just 5 meters out from the try line is the All Blacks now. It's taken up by Nipo Lalala now. Can they get this going? Oh, it's into touch. Passed into touch by Cody Taylor. They tried to work the short side there. And into touch it goes. The All Blacks over here, back or two, would have scored a try from here. It's a line out to France with just a minute to go. Less than a minute to go. Mafaka to throw this one in for France. 5 meters from their own try line. The kick, the pass over the top. And Aldred collecting that ball well for France. Just 7 or 8 meters out from their own try line. Anton Dupont now waiting for this ball. Slowly but surely, just trying to run down the clock here before halftime. Mafaka takes it in. They need to be careful not to give away a penalty here. Is France. Time is up on the clock, and it's Dupont who gets the pass out to Ramos, who just kicks it into touch. And 9 points to 8 at halftime. And what a first half this has been. The All Blacks started like a house on fire. And so since then, haven't really been able to get on that front foot the way they would have wanted to. But what an incredible first half this has been. So halftime here, it's 9 points to France, All Blacks 8. I don't think I'm going to take a break today. I'm just going to maybe just move away from the screen just a little bit because I need to fill up the lungs again. But what a first half this has been, and incredible encounter between two really good sides as well. At this stage, I don't know who's going to walk away with it. I did say that the first half was going to be close, and I'm expecting the All Blacks to open the floodgates in the second half as I predicted. So I'm going to stick to what I said, and I'm going to say the All Blacks are still going to win this game by quite a big margin. I did originally say 17 points, but give or take here, it could be closer. France have been really good on defense, not allowing the All Blacks any opportunity whatsoever, but it's been far from a brilliant game. We've seen so many mistakes, so many kicking, and just both teams really not wanting to play from their own half, looking for mistakes from the other side. And it's probably what you would expect in such an important game, the context of the game as well. But yeah, something's got to give in the second half. A moment of brilliance like the All Blacks did in the opening minutes could probably be the difference. But yeah, I haven't really seen anything brilliant from either side, to be quite honest. And it's going to take something really, really special from one of these two sides, I think. We've seen a brilliant try from Mark Delia, and that's about it. We've seen a couple of good breaks here and there, but majority of this game has been kicked downfield and looking for territory. Not that the kicking has been brilliant either way. A lot of kicks just downfield, useless kicking at times, and both teams trying to keep the game as alive as possible with quick throw-ins here and there, and not enough support when they go up high. Nobody really chasing after it. We've seen plenty of times where Bowden Barrett has gone to the air and he had to chase down his own kick. And the one time that they did have a good kick and Will Jordan chased it down, he actually managed to secure that ball and put the All Blacks on the attack. So I would maybe say we would want to see more of that in the second half. But yeah, to be quite honest, it's not been the greatest game of rugby that we've ever seen. So, like I said, just going to move away from the screen while I fill up the lungs just a little bit. If we look at the team so far, and we'll go through a few guys that's impressed me and some that has not impressed me. But yeah, as you can see there, the front row from the All Blacks, Ethan de Groot, probably I'm gonna basically look at him as he's been the one guy that's been really disappointing at scrum times for me. He's been really feeling the pressure from Utonio. I didn't expect that, to be quite honest. I really expected him to have a much better game than he is having at the moment. And yeah, it's probably one of the areas where the All Blacks can definitely look to improve. Then on the other hand, I must say these two guys have been really good in that first half. Sam Whitelock and Scott Barrett, both players have taken up the ball really well for their team and done some really good work throughout this first half. Some really good line-out jumps. I think they lost one line-out and they managed to steal, I think, one from the French line-outs as well. Obviously, the big talk was the loss of Sam Cane before the game. They had to bring on Tupou Vai, who I clearly can't see. Well, he's not a flanker in the first place. He's not performing great. He's doing the basics, but really nothing that stands out for me. I think, truly, to be quite honest, I think the All Blacks are missing Sam Cane quite a bit, and it will be interesting to see how they will fare without him. I don't know how serious the injury is. Ardie Savea has been valiant in his effort, but we haven't seen as much from him as we normally would see. He had a decent first half, but at the end of the day, he can do a lot better as well. The likes of Dalton Papali'i has been solid and really trying hard. The one area where I'm a little bit disappointing at the moment is Richie Mo'unga. I mean, a lot of useless kicking really downfield at the moment from both fly-offs and both fullbacks, with Bowden Barrett and Richie Mo'unga basically doing all the work here in the first half with kicks downfield and not really accurate kicking at times, where the ball has just been kicked straight down the middle of the field. So definitely expecting a little bit more from Richie Mo'unga. It could be because of the French rush defense at the moment that has been really brilliant at times as well. Oscar says 21 missed tackles from France is far too many to be rectified quickly in the second half. But saying that, 21 missed tackles, they've been ferocious and really trying to push the All Blacks back at all given times. So, yeah, definitely not shying away from the defense as France at all and putting the All Blacks under pressure at times. But I must say, when the All Blacks have looked to counter, they've looked really, really good. And one man that has stood out for me so far for this All Black side is Rieko Ioane. Whenever he's had the opportunity, he's looked really, really good. He's hit a couple of defense. He's hit a couple of line breaks. He's looked really good when he's had ball in hand. And I would say try and give him a bit more space in the second half, and he could be very dangerous. And Eric Davison basically has summed it up beautifully there with Richie responding to the French defense at the moment. So I do apologize. It's 9 points to 8 to France at the moment. Let's just put that up there for you guys to see while I still talk about these guys. And then for me, the back three of the All Blacks so far, the likes of Mark Delia has been good at times, but still a little bit sloppy with his ball handling at the moment. Did score the only try of this game, and yeah, it's been really good from him. But yeah, he can definitely improve a little bit on his handling. While Beauden Barrett for the first half has been kicking a lot of ball away, and it's because of the French defense, which have been so solid. Will Jordan a little bit disappointing at the moment from them as well. If I have to single out the French side at the moment, we probably have to look at the back three of this France side. They have been brilliant. Gregory Aldred, Charles Olivon, and Francois Cross has really put the pressure on the All Black side in that first half, really playing some dominant rugby at that breakdown, putting the All Blacks under pressure and really carrying the ball brilliantly at the moment. Has done a really good job so far. And yeah, DuPont for me, on the other hand, the guy who I thought was going to have a major impact in this game, have been really quiet tonight. But again, given the All Blacks defense have been brilliant themselves as well. I mean, both teams not really giving anybody a chance in the first half, apart from that opening minute where the All Blacks scored the try. But DuPont has been solid, nothing special from him. Jalabert as well. He's not played the world on fire in this opening 40 minutes, but he's definitely been right up there and not getting bossed around by Richie Mo'unga whatsoever in his first half. So very even. I think the likes of the forwards have been brilliant, and this is one area where I feel the All Blacks have felt it quite a bit so far as they're up front. Julian Masson obviously left the field early in that first half of an injury. Mafaka came onto the field and has done brilliantly so far. But I mean, it's Wardy and Utonio, especially Utonio, who's putting the pressure on Ethan de Groot at the moment, which is causing the All Blacks all sorts of trouble at scrum time. And I didn't really expect that. I thought they were very evenly matched in that department, but really looking solid so far. And in the back three of this French side in that first half, the likes of Thomas Ramos, very similar to what Beauden Barrett and Richie Mo'unga has done, as Thomas Ramos and Jalibert done as well, kick a lot of possession away, but trying to play the territory game in that first half. Gavin Villiers and Damien Penaud. Penaud has been brilliant on defense throughout that first half. He had to make a couple of really big tackles that could have led to an All Black try. Gavin Villiers, when he's had ball, has looked to really try and get a couple of gaps, and reminds me a lot about Cheslin Colby and Kurtley Arendse trying to twinkle toe his way past the defense. And the All Blacks defense holding out really well at the moment, really not giving them the opportunity in this first half. The centers have been a little bit quiet through this first half. Let's just put them up as well. The centers of France, Mufana and Carl Fico, has been really quiet throughout that first half, with Carl Fico getting very limited opportunity in this game. And Mufana's had a couple of really good runs, but defensively, both teams have been so strong. And that 21 missed tackles, like I said earlier, is not a true resemblance of what is really happening on the field at the moment, because both teams are tackling for dear life. There is instances where both teams look really, really good on the attack, but just unable to get past that defense at the moment. If you look at the lock so far from France, Cameron Waukee has lost, I think, one or two lineouts. Apart from that, solid play from them, taking the ball, carrying the ball really well up, and trying their best to try and disrupt the All Blacks at the breakdown. But it's been really close. I keep saying it's been close, but it's really been just that in this first half. I mean, it is what it is at the moment, and you can see there the score at the moment. Half time here. Let's just put that in. Half time. It's 9 points to France, 8 to the All Blacks. And we couldn't have asked for a closer game at the moment. Looking at some of the comments coming through, Avri says, I didn't want to be the team that faces New Zealand after the bad game they played. They're going to make up World Tier 1 team, says Avri. Also, New Zealand will pull through. MR Gerard Fent, this is my money is on France. Always the surprise factor. History has shown. Kasim Davids also says France will break away from the All Blacks. Let me go and have a look how the poll is looking at the moment. So even with France leading at the moment, the polls are showing about 2,000 votes already, and the All Blacks have some tremendous support here, with 59% saying the All Blacks will win this game, 38% says France will do it, and then 3% says it will be a draw. I'm not convinced France is going to pull this one through just yet. They're leading by 1 point, but they're hardly looking like world beaters at the moment. I would say if they were really that incredible, they should be leading by more points at the moment, which is not the case at the moment. So a little bit disappointing from a France point of view, as I can see France now making their way back onto the field for the second half. So we will be doing the second half real shortly. I'm talking so much I can't even fill up the lungs properly. Eric Davison says Edwards will have the answer to stopping the All Blacks attack. Smith will have to get Ioane more ball. Absolutely. And you can see clearly that defense from France with Edwards there from Wales really doing some great work for them. So France are back on the field. We're just waiting on the All Blacks to come back onto the field. It's been a brilliant... Well, they are back on the field. So we are about to get ready for the second half of this game. It should be an incredible second half here. And really looking forward to this as well. So France is going to kick this game off for the second half for us. It is France playing from left to right now here in the second half. And let's see what happens. 1 point between them. Here, Jaco Paper blows on the whistle and we get the second half underway here. 9 points to France, 8 to the All Blacks. It's been knocked back by France here, and they have possession early on in the second half. Just outside the 22, it's Waki who takes it up for France. Dupont gets it out now. Here's an attacking opportunity. It's taken up by Wardi now. Over the 22, he goes, the big boy. Makes it up to about 15 meters out from the try line. Dupont now back. It comes to Ramos. Ramos pops the pass there to Olivon. Now Dupont back again. They come. It's on the attack as the French now moving it wide, but it's left behind by the French. Now picked up by Damien Penaud. Gets past Anton Leonard-Brown on the 10-meter line of the All Blacks. Running sideways at the moment as Penaud gets the pop pass to Aldred. Quick hands now, Olivon. Olivon makes his way up to the 22-meter line. Another pick up and go from Aldred. He's into space, gets it out to Dupont. Now just 10 meters out from the try line. Aldred again back to Ramos. Ramos on the charge now, 5 meters out from the try line. Can they do this as France? Another pick up and go from Aldred. He's been in the move about 3 or 4 times in the last couple of phases. But there's a penalty to the All Blacks. Coming in from the side is the call from Jaco Paper. And the All Blacks will be relieved by that one. Well. Incredible start to the second half. What a start to the second half. We've been blessed by the opening minutes of each half so far, with France nearly getting over for a try there. Right. Here they come with the line out on the 10-meter line inside their own half as the All Blacks. A little chip kick over the top. It might work here for the All Blacks as well. Jordan has picked it up beautifully just out of 22 of France. They go now. Can they get this ball back? Scott Barrett gets it back now. Richie Mo'unga, a long gutter pass to Mark Delia, and he could be in for his second try there. Was that ball forward though? We'll have to wait and see, but I think Mark Delia has dotted down for a second try here. Well. The All Blacks, the try's been awarded by Jaco Paper, but I'm not so sure if that was a forward pass or not. Let's see. What a kick there from the All Blacks, collected by Will Jordan. Beautifully done by the All Blacks there. And in quick ball through the hands, Rico Ioane with a long pass out. Nothing wrong with that one. Mark Delia into space, and he gets the second try for the All Blacks. What a start to the second half again. Well, Mark Delia with a second try, and that will be in the 43rd minute of the game. So, Mark Delia in the 43rd minute of the game. Just put there in brackets, Delia 2. So, great start for the All Blacks then in this second half again, with Richie Mo'unga now trying to convert this one from out left again. Right, here they come now, and that kick this time is going to go to the right-hand side of the post. Well, 13 points to 9 it is then. 13 points to 9, the All Blacks now lead. And can they keep this up? It's 13 points to 9 as Jolly Bird gets it back underway for us. Taken in by Sam Whitelock just outside the 22 there. All Blacks waiting for this one. Aaron Smith now. 4 minutes gone in the second half. The All Blacks lead by 13 points to 9. With a box kick over the top. The chase now coming, but it's beautifully collected by France now. Under pressure on the All Blacks 10-meter line though. As it's taken up by Wardy now. He's had a couple of good runs in the second half already. As Dupont gets it out to Jalibert. Goes with a little soccer kick there. It's picked up beautifully by Mo'unga. And Mo'unga, not a great kick from him. Now the counter-attack. Ramos going for the 50-22, but another poor kick. And now Will Jordan will send this one backing downfield as well. Also not into touch. And it's Jalibert from inside his 22. Puts it on a bit. And he will find touch on the 10-meter line of the All Blacks. So, again, a little bit of useless kicking there. And it's going to be a line out to... Whoa. It's been taken back. And no, it's line out on the 22 for the All Blacks. Sorry. It was a great kick from Jalibert. Taken in by Sam Whitelock now. Gets it out to Artie Sawyer. And here they go. It's a knock-on from Sevilla. Counter-attack opportunity now for France from the 22-meter line. Can they make use of this? Aldred now again gets it out. Here's a beautiful break from Flamant. He's just 5 meters out. Why did you go for the offload? Play on, says the referee, as the ball gets knocked on by the All Blacks now. Advantage to France, and the referee blows on the whistle. And it's going to be a scrum down to France. Flamant with a beautiful break there, putting the pressure on the All Blacks on that occasion. And now they will have a scrum 5 meters out from the try line. Great opportunity for the French now. They need to use this opportunity if they want any chance of winning this game. But France can definitely do this. Right, so scrum down to them. from about 15 meters out from the right-hand touchline here. Opportunity for them to hit back. Right, so scrum down to France now. Mary Jo Kato says New Zealand moet wen. Right, scrum, here they come. Feet by DuPont now. Scrum goes down, and it's going to be a reset scrum here. Too many players slipping there, it seems. So it will be a scrum down to France again. Right, 13 points to 9. 2 tries from the All Blacks. Mark Delia scoring both tries there in the 2nd minute and the 43rd minute of this game. 4 points the difference between the two sides at the moment. Can France hit back 5 meters out from the try line? The clock is still running at the moment, but yeah, scrum will back down. Tomafuana warming up at the moment for them. So 15 meters out, about 20 meters out from the right-hand touchline, DuPont to feed this one in for France. 8 minutes gone. Early shove from the All Blacks. Free kick to France now. And I guess that they would want to scrum again. Ethan the Grid feeling the pressure, and I would personally make the change now. They are going to scrum again. And let's see what's going to happen with this one. Will we see some French magic here? Oh, here comes some changes now. Waki coming off. And it's Tamafiona who comes onto the field for France. Waki has been good, but a little bit quiet throughout. So let's see with this reset scrum what's going to happen. Oh, clock is still running. They should have stopped the clock there, surely. But nonetheless, we continue. Nixem says to Leah, your biscuit, do it again. Right, scrum feed to France now. Just 5 meters out from the try line. Can they do this? 13 points to 9, the All Blacks lead. DuPont to feed this one in. Oh, taking his time to feed. That one pops out the back, and Aaron Smith on to DuPont very quickly. DuPont has been a little bit disappointing today as Aldred picks that one up. He's been really good so far. Another loose ball pops out, and this time the All Blacks might have stolen this ball. Yeah, it's going to come back to the All Black side now, or not. No, it looks like it's going to come the way. No, it comes the All Blacks' way. Aaron Smith under a bit of pressure now, gets it out to Richie Mo'unga, looking for a half cap inside his own 22 now. Can the All Blacks do something from here? Rico Ioane. Well, you don't see this normally from the All Blacks playing with inside their own 22. Ball comes back again now. Laulala takes it up. Just over the 22 they go. The ball hits Jakob Paper, and we carry on. But he finally blows on his whistle, and it's going to be a scrum down to the All Blacks. Very lucky there's the All Blacks. Very, very, very lucky there to get that scrum. Jakob Paper in the way. That ball actually, okay, fair enough. That ball would have easily gone back to Richie Mo'unga to clear, surely. So scrum down to the All Blacks right on the 22-meter line in the middle of the field. Can they do this? Is the All Blacks. A lot have been said during the build-up to this game, how France are the favourites to win the World Cup. They've been building for 4 years, and the World Cup is in France. Look, this game is far from over, and I must honestly say I'm not that impressed by the French side at the moment, playing in front of their home crowd. Yes, they're putting pressure on the All Blacks, but it's nothing special from them. Right, Aaron Smith to feed this one in now for the All Blacks. Right on the 22. They're going to have to get this one out quickly. Goes to Bowden Barrett. A little bit low, that one, and he gets the kick away under pressure. And it's going to be a line out to France between the 10 and the 22 of the All Blacks. Yvette Julia says, no, Anthony, aunt. Hello, Yvette. Right, so there's going to be a line out now to France. And, we will have a replacement, I think. No, it's Antonio who comes back. So, line out to France now. And an opportunity for them to really go on the attack now. We've had 12 minutes in this second half. And one feels that France will have to hit back very soon if they want a chance to win this one. All Blacks scoring the only 2 tries of this game so far. The throw-in taken by Olivon now. And here comes the driving ball from France now. Can they get it going? Slowly but surely trying to work their way forward now as the French side, as they're close to the 22 now of the All Blacks, but it looks like the All Blacks have contained this ball. Dupont will have to get this one out. Gets it out to Mufana on a loop around Jollybird with a cross kick here. It's going to work out beautifully for Pendo. He's going to go all the way for a try here. Is he in for the try? We'll have to wait and see. He might have had a foot in touch there. But let's stop the clock right there. The try's not been awarded yet. But, from the angle, it looked fine. But it might be a foot in touch there. But what a bounce of the ball there. Pinot picked that up beautifully. Had the pace to run it. And was the cover defense good enough? We'll have to wait and see. Oh, did he lose that ball over the try line as well? Let's have a look. Richie Moanga, you beauty, has made a brilliant try-saving tackle. Yeah, knock on from Damien Penaud. And we are going to have a penalty to France, though, or not. Let's just see now. Into touch is the call then from the referee there. I thought he knocked it on, surely. So changes coming for France now as Cross is going off, Wardy's going off, Antonio is going off, Aldegheri is on. So, it's a line out to the All Blacks, 5 meters out from their own try line. Ofa Tuangafasi also replacing Ethan de Groot now. So 13 points to 9 is try just disallowed for France. Damien Penaud knocked that ball into touch. Cody Taylor with the throw into this line out. And it's going to be contested by France, but the All Blacks have won it. And it's taken up by Ardi Sevilla. About 7 or 8 meters out, right towards the middle of the field now. Aaron Smith waiting for it. Looks like he is going to try and get the box kick himself here. Yeah, tries to go with it. Looks to find touch. Not going to find touch, though. Into the hands of Thomas Ramos. He's going to look for a counter-attack just outside the 22 now. France back on the attack again. It's taken up by the French side. Here they come. Jollybird gets it out to Mafaka. Mafaka 5 meters outside of the 22. Dupont now. Dupont back to Jollybird to Galfico. Galfico into a little gap, but brought down by Scott Barrett. Now Damien Penaud. Good leg drive from him. Gets the ball out to Dupont, who knocks it backwards. And it is going to be a penalty to France. It is a penalty to France, though. And 13 points to 9 it is with 26 minutes to go. France are not going to go for goal here. They're going to put it into the corner. Sets up the lineup. That's what they should have done in that first half. A chance now for France. Can they do this? 4 points the difference at the moment. Mafaka now. The line out. Oh, it's contested by the All Blacks and just knocked on by them now. Mofana on the attack, an opportunity as they go. It's Flamand now. Flamand moving towards the middle of the field now. It's taken up by Cross again. Can they do this? Alderaan now, it's a Jolly Bird, gets the pass away, and this time Penaud gets into the corner. A brilliant try from from France, and France are back into the lead for the first time in the second half. Well, Jolly Bird held on, got the pass away just at the right time. Who needs Romain Intermac if you got a Jolly Bird? Well, great. Pulled the defenders in and got a beautiful pass out to Penaud. Yeah, look at the step from the man. Great stuff as France regained the lead here in this game with, we didn't play the clock again. So let's just correct the clock here for you guys. We've had 15 minutes. 15 minutes in the second half already. Make it 16. So it's been a great first couple of minutes of the second half. France lead 14-13 against the All Blacks. Ramos now with this conversion kick from right on the right-hand touchline. The conversion kick is over. It's 16-13. It's a 3-point game at the moment between the two sides. Well, who would have guessed it? 16 to France, All Blacks 13, with 23 minutes to go in this second half. Great game as it should be. And here's the restart from the All Blacks. Another deep kick in taken by Aldred. Dupont with a kick downfield. And he's not going to find touch. Knocked backwards by Richie Mo'unga. Gets it out to Bowden Barrett now. He's going to go high up into the air. Will Jordan will be chasing up after that. This is going to surely got to be a penalty. And a penalty to France then. And Will Jordan could be in trouble even. Well, he could argue and say he went for the ball, but in reality, you have to make sure that you can have a reasonable chance of getting to that ball. And I don't think he's done that. I think he's going to get a yellow card for this one. Time is off. Should get a yellow card for that. Definitely. There's no chance of Will Jordan ever getting to that ball. And I think Jacob Paper's going to give him a yellow card. This could be trouble for the All Blacks. He should have made sure that he had a reasonable chance of getting there. There he goes. Yellow card for Will Jordan. And the All Blacks are now down to 14 men. Down to 14 men is the All Blacks here. Well, and the card is under review as well for a red card. Interesting. Well, I don't think it summons a red card, but definitely a yellow card. And the All Blacks now going to play with 14 men for the next 10 minutes. It's 16-13 with 23 or 22 and a half minutes to go. France now, Arthur Vincent on the field for them as well. Line up between the 10 and the 22 of the All Blacks. Mafaka then to throw this one in. And well taken by Aldred. They form the maul now. And a good opportunity to get this driving maul going as well. Fletcher Newell also on the field and Takiao as well. Penalty advantage coming for the French for sacking that maul as well against the All Blacks. This could go pear-shaped for them very quickly. And now France with another penalty. Well. Yellow card to the All Blacks for Will Jordan. And now they've got another penalty in a very good attacking position here for France. So let's see. What will France do with this one? Sam Whitelock also leaving the field, it seems now. And also, what seems to leave the field is my voice at the moment. Goodness gracious. So, a couple of changes now coming onto the field as well, with 21 minutes to go in this game. France are going to have a shot at goal from here as Thomas Ramos. They should use this opportunity. He's already missed that. Last time I said they should go for touch, he missed the kick when he did go for the kick. So I'm not going to say anything on this occasion. And that one is going to be pulled to the right as well. So France not taking the opportunities at the moment. I know it's World Cup rugby and you need to take your kicks at goal. But if you want to do that, you are going to have to kick them over. And at this stage, it's not happening for them. So they are going to take a quick water break. And I think with that, I must also just quickly maybe just go and get something to drink as well. So it is the water break here at the moment. So I'm just quickly, just 30 seconds, and I will be back. It is a stoppage in play for a water break. So let me go and refill as well. Well, we've seen a brilliant game so far between the two sides, and nothing given, nothing taken between the two sides. It's been really right up there, and a really great game so far. I think it might be time to fill the lungs as well while they're doing this water break quickly. Incredible first half. First 60 minutes of this game that we've seen so far. So time will be back on now, says Jakub Paper. So what I might just do is just run the clock and do the commentary just like this. So we are back now, and we will have a 22-meter restart then to get this last 20 minutes underway. So Will Jordan, let's just see what has happened with his yellow card. Has it been turned into a red card? Not quite sure, but here we go again now. So time's back on, and a deep kick in from the All Blacks, and now an up and under, and it's taken by Mark D'Elia on a 10-meter line inside his own half. Richie Mo'unga gets it out to Bowden Barrett. The All Blacks are playing backwards at the moment. Mark D'Elia tries to step his way inside, but brought down very quickly by Olivon. Richie Mo'unga, Scott Barrett now. Scott Barrett into a little half gap now. Gets the ball away and brought down quickly. There's the All Blacks, and been pushed back in that tackle, but somehow they do get it back now. Taken up Tuanga Fasi. Taki Yao tries to rip his way there through the defense. Now Ari Sevilla with a pick up and go up to the halfway line. It's Ofa Tuanga Fasi. And Aaron Smith now back to Richie Mo'unga, back to Rico Ioane. Rico Ioane fends off one, back on the inside, but it's been knocked on by Mark D'Elia. And here comes France now on a counter-attack again. Here they come, Jolly Bird out to Galfico. Galfecco back on the inside to Olivon. Over the halfway line they go. But the ball has gone to ground now. Aldred back to Dupont. Dupont a little bit indecisive. Back to Aldred on the 10-meter line of the All Blacks. And that kick over the top there from France. And Bowden Barrett sends it back with a little bit of interest as well between the 10 and the halfway line inside All Blacks territory. And good passage of play from both sides. So it's just a yellow card to Will Jordan. It was under review. to see if we were going to get a red card, but just a yellow card then in the end. Malfaka with the throw in, finds DuPont now at the back. Jolly-Bird gets it up, driven up by Aldred, who's had a phenomenal game. My man of the match so far in this one. If France win this, DuPont again, back it comes now, Malfaka. Back Jolly-Bird now. Gavin Villiers up to the 10-meter line. Still going as Gavin Villiers tries to get the offload, but Mark DeLeo has picked that ball up, and the All Blacks under a bit of pressure on their own 22-meter line. Aaron Smith now have the ball just on the 22-meter line. Still waiting for it. Aaron Smith now looking to clear this ball. Goes with a box kick over the top. Not going to find touch, and taken by Jolly-Bird just inside the All Blacks half now. 5 meters from the right-hand touch line. Quick ball, DuPont now. Back it comes to Flamen. Just over halfway. DuPont going with the box kick over the top. And that's going to go directly into touch. And that basically sums up his game so far. He's not been great today, is Anton DuPont. Very, very average from Anton DuPont. Getting caught out a couple of times by Aaron Smith as well. It's Finley Christie onto the field as well now. And a couple more changes as well coming on now for France. As Cross leaves the field. And onto the field comes Bodahent for them as well. Line out taken by Takiao. Gets it out to the forwards now, setting up a driving maul just inside their own half and pushed back by France. Brilliant counter from the French there. Will they get it out? Yes. Sevilla has picked it up now. Gets the leg drive going up to the halfway line now. Finley Christie. Quick ball to Scott Barrett. Knocks it on, and here's a chance now for France. Aldred kicks it ahead, but the bounce of the ball is kind to France. They get it back now. Here's a chance. DuPont now. DuPont moves it out to Galfico. Galfico back on the inside to Thomas Ramos. He gets caught on the 22-meter line. Now Gavin Villiers. He's brought down just short of the 22-meter line. 5 meters from the left-hand touch line. Penalty advantage to France. DuPont gets it back. Jolly-Bird now. Tamafuyena takes it up just short of the 22. Right in the middle of the field. And there's a penalty going against Luke Jacobson there. And a chance for France to extend their lead here with 16 minutes to go in this game. Well, it's really getting close now. And yeah, it is what it is at the moment. The All Blacks are crumbling under pressure from this French side. Really crumbling at the moment. And France, it's all France in this last minutes. A chance now to extend that lead. Here's this French side. Remember, he's missed a couple already as Thomas Ramos, but so too has Richie Moanga. He has not been able to convert any of the 2 tries so far from Talia. So a chance now for France to get to 19. The All Blacks to 13. Ramos with the opportunity to extend the lead here for them. We've got 15 minutes to play in this game. That kick is going to go straight through the middle, and it's France 19, the All Blacks 13 at the moment. I will be back in just a second, finishing filling up the lungs a little bit at the moment. But yeah, 19 to 13 it is with 15 minutes to play in this one. It's going to come down to the last. It's Beauden Barrett to get us back underway now. Still the yellow card here for the All Blacks. That kickoff well contested by the All Blacks, and they've got it. Finley Christie now gets it out to Takiyahu, gets the leg drive going on the 10-meter line now. Scott Barrett gets the little pop pass to Luke Jacobson now. Christie again. Back it comes to Takiyahu. We spoke about whether this All Blacks bench will be able to match them. And another knock-on from the All Blacks now. Ramos with a kick downfield. Nobody at the back having to cross back for it now. It's Christie. And he has managed to get there as well. And the kick downfield is going to find touch roundabout on the 10-meter line of the All Blacks. Well, we are about a minute in front. Let's just fix that quickly. So there we go. 26 minutes gone in this game in the second half. Right on the left-hand corner, you'll see second half. Malfaka to throw this one in for France now. On the 10-meter line inside their own half. The All Blacks still got a minute on that yellow card left. 19-13 it is. The line out taken by Flament now, and they form the driving maul. The All Blacks have struggled to compete against this driving maul from France at the moment. Dupont going with the box kick over the top. Gavin Villiers chasing up after that one. And it's going to be collected by the All Blacks though. And it's Tupovai who takes it up for them now. Christie, there's space on the outside for them now. A little cross kick into the hands of Mark Delia. Over the halfway line he goes. Good defense from Damien Penaud. And penalty to France there. Holding on by Mark Delia. Great work done there by the French defense to pin him down. Well. All Blacks almost looked really good on the counter-attack there, but Mark Delia just unable to do that for them. Now, a silly kick from France, and it's not found touch, and here comes the All Blacks from inside their own 22 under pressure now, as Bowden Barrett will have to kick this out. Not going to find touch as well. Here comes France on the counter-attack. It's Penaud. Penaud up to, he's knocked it on. Now it's Finley Christie. He tries to kick it downfield, and no advantage there. It's going to be a scrum down to the All Blacks. Just outside their own 22. Oh, a bit sloppy from the French there. They had the penalty, decided to go with a kick downfield over the cross, and, not a great kick, and it didn't find touch. So that's why the All Blacks retain that ball. But now let's see the last couple of minutes in this one. Is going to be very close. 11 minutes to go. Have they stopped the clock again? Yes, they have. So 22 minutes to go. Brody Retallick coming onto the field in the place of Sam Whitelock now. And, let's see if I was right when I said that if this game was going to be close, I don't think that the All Blacks bench will be able to close this game down, but you just never know. Right, so scrum down to the All Blacks then. Good opportunity for them to clear this one. There's still enough time. Right. Finley Christie to feed this one in for the All Blacks. Will we see something magical from him? Yeah, I reckon a low total, Guru. Yeah, Eric, you were right with that one. You did say that not more than, was it 20 or 30 points? Or can't remember quite rightly there. But 19-13 it is. All Blacks not used to the kind of pressure they have had over the past two tests, and their poor discipline and recent sloppy ball handling shows for it, says Graham Taylor. Absolutely. Freddie Lewis says, I triple captain Giovanni. Ramos, the man of the match. Emar Gerard Venter. Look, Ramos haven't been bad. I would have given it to Aldred, who's been really a workhorse in the forwards. Really got go-forward ball on almost every occasion and tackled valiantly. But Ramos, another good candidate. Here comes the All Blacks trying to run this from their own 22 with a little cross kick. But Gavin Villiers has done well to collect that for France right on the halfway line. A little kick over the top and a bounce of the ball into the hands of Richie Mohanga, who runs it up to the 10-meter line now. Finley Christie, back it comes to Rico Ioane. Numbers on the left-hand side for the All Blacks now. Mark Delia, he's going to have a run, but Pinot again just crushing him down. And quickly up over that ball is France. Finley Christie gets the ball back to Scott Barrett now. He's going to have a run up to just short of the halfway line for them. Here they come, Bowden Barrett with another little kick over the top. But it's well read by France now. And Jalibert with a kick downfield. Straight into the hands of the All Blacks. Kick downfield. Not going to find touch. And Jalibert makes the mark inside the 22. Oh, goodness gracious. It's been a high-paced game, this one. And with less than 10 minutes to go in this one, it's still anybody's game. The kick downfield. Oh, it's a beautiful kick. No, the touch judge is going to deem that ball is going to have to go. No, bit of confusion there from the touch judge, but a wonderful kick from inside his own 22. Wow. A great kick. It was a free kick over the 22. In other circumstances, it would have been a 50-22. But because it was a free kick, it will be an All Blacks lineup. So Lester Fainganuku coming on for Mark Delia now. What can we expect from the All Blacks now? 9 minutes to go. Brody Retallick takes it in. Christie now gets it. Back it comes to Ari Sevilla. Just trying to hold him up is the French now. Christie, the All Blacks trying to run this from inside their own 22. They're doing a pretty good job at the moment. Takiao took that up now. Comes back again to Richie Moanga. Goes high up into the air. The chase now coming from him again. Was there a push there? No, surely not. France have got the ball now. On the attack they go. Oh, beautiful little hands from them up to the 10-meter line. Still a penalty advantage for France now. They should take the penalty. Take it out of the All Blacks' reach here. It's a penalty for another tackle in the air, I think it was. But let's just see. The All Blacks might argue there and say that one of their players got pushed. But we do have a stoppage in play here with 7 minutes to go. Will Jordan again the man under question there. But Jaco Peyper has given the penalty, and that penalty in a very kickable position between the halfway and the 10-meter line, about 15, 18 meters out from the left-hand touch line. Ramos is going to line this one up. And if he gets this, it could be game over. Well, I think Will Jordan might be a very lucky person at the moment. He might that might get reviewed after the game as well, because he's already had a yellow card. But Ramos now to try and put the French side into a big, big lead. A 9-point lead if he gets this one. Ramos, will he be the man of the moment? He struck it beautifully, and it goes through for France to lead by 22-13. And that could be the ball game right there with 7 minutes to go. Well, I won't write the All Blacks off, but I think France have done enough. The restart from the All Blacks taken by Aldred now. Another good leg drive from him as France inside their own 22 now. DuPont waiting for it. And he is looking to clear this one. Goes to the box kick over the top, and a really good kick. Not going to find touch, though. And here's Bowden Barrett now. He's going to go high up into the air again, but nobody really chasing after that one. As the kick from Ramos, also not a great one. Here's a chance for the All Blacks to counter-attack on their own 10-meter line. Will Jordan now. Will Jordan, can he spark a bit of magic up to the 10-meter line of France? They go. Finley Christie, Bowden Barrett again. He's going to take it up. Christie waits for it. Now comes Dalton Papali. He's brought down on the 10-meter line of France. Christie again. Now Will Jordan again. Just over the 10-meter line they go. The All Blacks still in possession now. Penalty to France. Holding on. And quickly taken by Mafaka now. As France make their way. Beautiful drive from him. Just between the 10 and the 22-meter line now. As France have regathered that ball. DuPont now gets the pass away. Here comes France again. It's Jalibert. Jalibert with a little grubber cross kick. And the ball is going to be picked up by Pinot. And a pop pass. And that's the winner. As Ramos dives over for a magnificent try. Oh, yeah. Was that awarded though? No, it's knocked on by France. Knocked on by France. Well, Yaku Paper says there was a knock on from France. Yeah, I don't know. Don't see it here. Don't see it there. Ooh, was there a knock on? Well, the referee says it's been knocked on, so time is up off the clock here. Are they going to have a look at this? No, it's going to be a scrum down. Just an injury to Mafaka quickly. But I guess I was wrong. France, I guess, is there for the hype. 22-13 with 4.5 minutes to go. DuPont replaced now. Luca onto the field. Ramos been replaced as well. And yeah, it is what it is here. I didn't expect it. But I think France are home and dry in this opening game of the Rugby World Cup. We've got 4.5 minutes to go, guys. France 22, the All Blacks 13. And yeah, France doing a really good job at the moment. Time's back on. Finley Christie to feed this one in. Is there anything left in this All Blacks tank? Christie to feed this one in. They're going to have to do it from their own try line. It's Rico Ioane trying to bash his way up. Christie now gets it Moanga. Back to Barrett and puts it on the boot. And that slices off the boot as well. Round about between the 10 and the halfway line. Inside their own half. I think it's safe to say that France have done it. The opening game belongs to them. It's going to be a line out to France just inside the All Blacks half now. 22 points to 13 it is. And France, well, impressive couple of minutes here in the second half that has won them this game. I did say from the start that the All Blacks bench would not be strong enough if it was a close game, and it's proven right here today. France now on the drive here with a maul right on the halfway line. Here they come again. Can they do this? Luca now gets it out to the big forwards now, just driving up over the halfway line. Slowly but surely. The kick over the top there from France, just putting the pressure on the All Blacks. And now it's Bowden Barrett in possession. Can they do something with this? They're going to run this as Bowden Barrett gets caught between the 10 and the 22-meter line. And it's been turned over by France now. Look over a little kick over the top and a chase now coming. The bounce of the ball. Oh, it's try time to France. And it's going to be a brilliant try for them. Wow, the bounce of the ball can be so cruel at times. And France have just sealed a phenomenal victory. It's Melvin Jaminet who gets the try for France. Unbelievable stuff from them. And what a couple of minutes from them as well. They've really blown the All Blacks away here in the second half with 2 minutes to go in this one. 27 points to 13. 22 points to 13. Look over the little kick over the top. The bounce of the ball. Melvin Jaminet. Try time to France. Well, France have shown up for the World Cup, guys. 27-13 with a conversion to come. And less than 2 minutes to go. Eric Davison says, get the feeling that France, all of their players have had a hand in this one. Not so much the All Blacks. Yeah, it's a brilliant second half from France. Let's not take that away from them. The All Blacks have been poor, but it's because of the incredible defensive effort in the second half from France, putting them under pressure. And, the scoreboard, well deserved, as the kick is going to go through as well, or not. No, the one felt it was over, the other one felt not, and then he went and put his flag down. So, yeah, terrible. I was really hoping to see Les Blues crush in the first game on their own turf, says Nix M. But, it is what it is here. The All Blacks just not good enough. France, brilliant in their attempt to win the All Blacks. But was I impressed with all of it? Definitely not. Wasn't a perfect game nonetheless. But, alles Les Blues. Well deserved. And bonjour, welcome to France. Takia with a throw in here just outside the 22. Will we see a consolation try for the All Blacks? Lester Fanganuku out to David Havili. Now about 10 meters out from the try line. Here's the All Blacks for what should be just a consolation try if they get it. Ari Sevilla takes it up, tries the leg drive, but France having none of it at the moment. He's still going. Oh, he's knocked it on. And that just sums up the day for the All Blacks. That is going to be the final whistle as well in this game. They said the conversion did go over, so 29 points to 13. It seems the final score will be. What a game this has been. And France have just proven themselves worthy candidates for the World Cup. 29 points to 13. It's full time here at the Stade de France. And I can tell you guys, for one, I wasn't expecting this result. I definitely thought that the All Blacks were going to hand France a big defeat. But incredible stuff from them. 29 points to France, 13 to the All Blacks, and completely outplayed by a much better side here in the second half, or at least for 38 minutes of the second half. And it's going to be great. It's the opening game of the Rugby World Cup done, guys. 29 points to 13 France over the All Blacks. And tomorrow it's going to be showtime from 1 o'clock when Italy take on Namibia for the first game of 4 tomorrow. We will be doing all those games. So please do me a favor, go to my channel and just notify me at the bottom of each one, just so you guys can watch that as well and support the channel. It's incredible. Thanks so much for all the support here. Really appreciate it. I'm going to leave it at that because my voice is starting to tear up a little bit. So, thanks for the support, guys. And what a win for France. Truly deserved. Congratulations to France, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the first game of 4 when Italy take on Namibia. And until then, guys, this is the Rugby Guru. Cheers for now.